This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Holes!
No way.
From the I Never Knew Studios of Arizona, Paddy Pimblett's dog destroys the Lord. Alex Pereira scared of Sean Strickland. UFC Orlando Fight Week. News with the MMA Holes. Hit the like button. We're here on a Cyber Monday.
Wonderful, wonderful.
How's everyone doing today? It's Monday afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it is for you guys and gals. Ariel Hawani, how you doing, buddy? Hope everyone is well. We're hanging out today on a beautiful week after the PFL event happened. Kayla Harrison upset as she loses in PFL Championship 2022. It happened. She got a blemish on the resume, and she was all teary-eyed afterwards. We'll talk about that a little bit tonight or today. We'll talk about the Paddy Pimblett ringing the doorbell. Could you imagine? You look at your app, your Ring app, and you're looking, and you're like, "What is this at my door?" It's Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett's dog pooped on the yard of a neighbor, and he decided to apologize and want to spray it off. We'll show that video and talk about that. We'll talk about Alex Pereira saying that he was scared of Sean Strickland. That's true. Before the Sean Strickland fight, he was scared of Sean Strickland. Now, if you don't know what happened, he knocked him out. But before that fight, he was pretty scared, it looked like. So we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about UFC Orlando Fight Week. We're finally here. Let's go. Orlando. We spoke about this card last week, and it's certified fresh. I don't even know what the hell that means. It's good. It's pretty good. It's a really solid fight night. There's only 3 cards remaining this year in the UFC schedule. Check this out over here. You got Thompson Holland, you got Blachowicz versus Ankalaev, and you got the guy that Alex Pereira was scared of, Sean Strickland, trying to bounce back against Jared Cannonier. That happening over there, December 17th. If you look, the next fight card, so December 17th, we have a break to January 14th over here, and you know, I asked the people, like, what do you feel when you hear that there's a massive break between December 17th and January 14th? And we actually have audio of the people. They're like, they don't want it. They don't want the break. We're coming off a break from last week. We don't realize how spoiled we are as UFC fans. I mean, almost every weekend there's an event. And, you know, you have 1 week off. Everyone's like, what are we going to do? We got to watch PFL? What the hell is this crap? Well, we're going to have a month off over here. So let's enjoy the cards coming up. And this is kind of a bummer over here as Blachowicz and Ankalaev is the main event. The new main event, Yuri Prochazka and Glover Teixeira are not fighting. So that is quite the bummer. So we're stuck with this. Former champion against a prospect over here in Ankalaev, who I've mentioned many fights ago that I feel like this guy's got to fight for a belt. And here he is. My problem with Ankalaev is, even though he's coming off of a finish, it was an injury, the guy, it seems like he notoriously plays it very safe. If he's the champion, he's very intelligent, and he doesn't take chances that he doesn't have to. Decisions. But who knows? Maybe if Ankalaev gets that belt, maybe he does like a Khabib thing and just starts dismantling everybody. Maybe he starts taking everyone out as he defends the belt. Or Blachowicz gets the belt back and Polish Power back in charge. I guess it's a story. It's not quite the Yuri versus Glover 2 story, but still there is some sort of juice to that. I don't know. We'll see. That's the final pay-per-view of the year. We'll see how that goes. Let's say hello to everyone in the chat before we get into all the other news stories over here. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're wonderful, wonderful. You're hanging with the boys. Let's go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let's see. Damn Savage Bro, Moss's beard is a balloon. I don't have the foot was a balloon anymore, do I? Oh, I don't have it. It's off the board. Yeah, I lost. I don't have limited space on my board. My foot was a balloon is gone. It's a bummer. We need another pandemic, says Trent. Yeah. The pandemic produced some of the greatest cards ever. So I kind of hear you. Datwin Gers in the chat says, Sup Savage. Frankly, I need a break from you animals, says Damn Savage. So Damn Savage wanted a break. We can make that happen. We can't do that. We can't do that. Maybe we'll take a month off and just vanish into the abyss. That would be nice. Anyway, let's talk about the first thing on the thumbnail over here. Paddy Pimblett. I'm sorry. That's right. His doggy did well, let's just show the video. Where are you? Where are you? Here we go. One's in the chat if you've seen this video. Two's in the chat if you didn't. I'm going to bow out of this. Okay, there he is. Doesn't even look like Paddy. It's kind of weird when we put him on the thumbnail. But here we go. Paddy Pimblett's dog has an accident in neighbor's yard. Leads to hilarity ensues as he goes back and forth. Two Joints didn't see it. Hispanic saw it. Damn Savage saw it. Ryan didn't see it. Theo didn't see it. Okay, so this story is like a day old or so. 24 hours old or something like that. So that's why I like to, on the Monday show the people that haven't seen it. And if you have seen it, you get to watch it again and we could dissect it and laugh. So here's Paddy Pimblett apologizing. Let's get to the video. Shout out to Joel on Twitter putting this out there. I'm sure he's not the one that released it, but anyway, there's Paddy. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hello, look, my dog's just had like a sloppy shit outside. I was just wondering if you got some water. I don't want to leave it outside your front path. It is.
I'm 5 minutes away from home. Don't worry, I'll clean it.
Just, you sure? I feel terrible. You know what I mean?
No, it's all right.
It's just had a proper sloppy shit, and I can't even pick it up with a poo bag. Know what I mean?
What these accents are fantastic, man. You just the best.
It's terrible. Know what I mean?
No, it's all right.
It's just had a proper sloppy shit, and I can't even pick it up with a poo bag. Know what I mean?
Don't worry, I'll clean it when I get in.
Thank you very much once again. I'm sorry about that. I hate doing stuff like that. That's why I knocked on.
Go on, I'll see you later. Ta-da.
So there he is. So apparently this woman wasn't home, and I guess if you have that Ring app, you could check out. Like I have Blink, but you have the app, and you can have a conversation with them. And Paddy Pimblett felt bad. His dog took a dookie on the lawn. It was very messy. He tried to use the bag, couldn't pick it up. So Paddy Pimblett, the hot prospect in the UFC, signed by Barstool Sports, here with his puffy jacket, goes up to the neighbor and says, I'm sorry. Can I hose this down? What can I do about this? He felt terrible. What would you do in a situation like this? Let's run through it again real quick. I don't know. That's got to be wild, right? You figure over there, Paddy Pimblett's probably like a rock star, So this girl is like, what is this? Is that Paddy Pimblett?
Hello.
Hello, look, my dog's just had like a sloppy shit outside. I was just.
But who talks like this? Me dog puts me sloppy shit outside. It's such a bizarre way of delivering. It's like, it's adorable yet like ridiculous at the same time.
My dog's just had like a sloppy shit outside. I was just
like. Does anyone in the chat talk like this?
Just wondering if you got some water. I don't want to leave it outside your front
Paddy
path.
the
And the girl's like, "Is that Paddy the? Your dog could fucking come on my lawn, and I don't care. It's Paddy the. That's Paddy the Batty over there. I don't care. You could take a shit yourself on the lawn. It's Paddy the Batty. Don't worry about it. If you saw Paddy the Batty on your lawn, what'd you say about his dog shit? Would you get mad? What would you say?
It is.
I'm 5 minutes away from home.
I'm 5 minutes away. Stay there. I want to look at the shit. I want to lick it up with you.
Don't worry, I'll clean it.
You sure? I feel terrible. No,
If you're 5 minutes away, you should keep him on the line until you get home. You know, and make it a bigger thing. I guess, I don't know. It wasn't Paddy that made the mess. I mean, it could have. Yeah, Paddy could have squatted. That's probably why he feels bad, right? Now, I got to say this. Credit to Paddy for actually having a heart, because even in our neighborhood, like, people just, they blame it on the wild animals. They don't pick up after the dogs. Like, you gotta, if you have a dog, you gotta pick up. Now, if it is diarrhea, like, how do you pick that up? Like, you're not walking around with like a hose. How do you get a sloppy shit up? That's tricky. Yeah, that's tricky. You don't anticipate your dog doing like diarrhea on your neighbor's lawn. So how do you pick that up? So the fact that he actually felt bad enough to do this, I do have a lot of respect for him in that aspect. A sloppy dookie. Not even talks the same as some might think you talk weird. I do. I have a New York accent, sure. But I'm like, it doesn't sound like a song, you know? Like when Paddy talks, it sounds like an actual song.
Don't worry, I'll clean it.
You sure? I feel terrible. Know what I mean?
Terrible. Let's see. Paddy rubbed one out on the lady's house. The dog shit story is a cover-up. Okay. So you're saying he wants to spray off his load. Paddy took a sloppy shit and blamed his dog. So a lot of people, it seems like, do not think it was Paddy's dog. In fact, they think it was Paddy Pimblett.
No, it's all right.
He just had the proper sloppy shit and I can't even pick it up with the poo bag. Know what I mean?
The poo bag. I feel like he just wants to say sloppy shit. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think Paddy Pimblett, do you think he knows he's a rock star? You know, he felt bad, but he kind of wanted to just make this woman's day. Hey, it's Paddy Pimblett. You know, like, there's really nothing he can do over here. So, hey, I'm Paddy. I'm showing up. Do you think that's what it was? He felt bad, so he's like, let me just make this woman's day. If she knows who I am, a UFC fighter is saying hello. Or does he just genuinely feel bad? Paddy should have been one of the Beatles. Yeah, he does sound like a Beatle. Could be a sloppy shit. I can't handle dog crap. I've thrown up every time I've tried. So you mean you can't pick up, Theo, you're saying you cannot pick up dog crap. Now, I just hope you know you do it with a bag. You don't actually do it with your hands. Now, I could understand you would want to throw up if you were picking up dog poo-poo with your bare hands. There are animals in my neighborhood. Bobcats, javelinas. There are big animals that go into our backyard. Well, the javelinas don't get back there, but the bobcats do. In the front, the javelinas get there. And there are times I'll look outside and I'll see a giant human-sized poo-poo in front of my house or in my backyard, and I have to pick it up. There's not like I could call up someone and say, hey, can you pick up this javelina shit? Or can you pick up, can't really do that. So I have to get the bag, put about 3 of them together, put them over the hand, flip the bag, toss it in the garbage. Yeah, gotta do it. So even though I don't have a dog, I still have to pick up their crap. With toilet paper, I still throw up. Picking up with toilet paper. Why would you pick shit up with toilet paper? Real men do it with their bare hands. Paddy the environmentalist, cleaning poo on the lawn near you. Use a shovel? Nah, it's too messy. Because here's what happens. If it's a little moist, then it gets on your shovel and you got to hose down the shovel and shit. Just pick the damn thing up and throw it out, right? A shovel? You got to scoot under it and then it starts breaking apart and shit. just pick the damn thing up. You take a couple of bags. You can't use one grocery bag because you're not guaranteed that there's going to be a seal tight, like there's going to be some holes in that thing, right? So you got to put at least 2 or 3 sometimes bags. Put them together, put your hand in there, you grab the poo-poo, you flip it, you toss it. Because if you use a shovel, where are you putting it? So now you got to go shovel, transfer it into the bag, because you can't take the shovel and then just dump it in the garbage. You can't just take shit and toss it into your trash. That's a messy situation. You don't want to do that. You got to put it in a bag regardless, right? So if you have a shovel, who's holding the bag open for you? You know? Who does it? That face of Paddy needs to be bouncing around the screen during a song.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Poo bag, know what I mean?
Don't worry, I'll clean it when I get in.
Thank you very much once again. I'm sorry about that. I hate doing.
He should have signed it. He should have signed the dookie, and the woman could have like framed it. But it was diarrhea, so he couldn't do that. But look at that, Paddy Pimblett. Look at how nice. How nice of Paddy the Batty. Very considerate. Very considerate of Paddy Pimblett to ring the neighbor's doorbell. Now, would you do the same? I got to be honest with you. I bet if it wasn't Paddy Pimblett, if it was just a random person, like I don't know if you ring the doorbell. I think Paddy did it because he's Paddy. You know? So he's like, let me make this woman's day because if you're just a stranger and just go up to the door and say, hey, my dog made a mess, like, and they're not home, like, what do you do? Or it could have been like a stake. It could have been something where they were trying to see if you were home or not. Like, if you think about it, like, what if Paddy was trying to break in? I'm sorry, my dog took a messy poo in front of your house. Are you home so I could clean it up? No, I'm sorry, I'm not home. Oh, you're not home? Okay, let me smash in and get your 900-inch TV. You know, maybe Paddy just wiped out the house, but he found out she was 5 minutes away, so he's like, I don't know. So what do you think? Do you think Paddy was trying to break into the house? Maybe that's the real story over here. I can finally listen to the MMA Holes at work. Let's go. Yes. Yeah. Ah. Yes. Oh, yes. Shout out to the glove touch. Paddy the Bugler. No, he won't do that. You don't think so, Roman? You don't think he'll do that? Paddy was trying to smash something 5. What, 5 AMR? 5 AMR? Is that what you're trying to say? Chris! Yes! Now I'm getting paid to be an MMA hole, says Travis. What up? Hey, what up, Travis? How you doing? Haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing? Hope you're doing good on the Cyber Monday.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. So that's the Paddy Pimblett story over there. Ringing the doorbell, being a good person. You know, like, all jokes aside, that's cool. That's cool. I respect that. You know, you have an animal that's capable of creating messes on people's yards. Just pick up. The moral of the story, pick up after your dog. Don't let it sit there. What do you think it's going to happen? Someone's got to have to get rid of that. How about you? That's the one thing about this neighborhood I do like, is at every park they refill the doggy bags and stuff like that. So people have the option to do it. The question is, do they do that? Anyway, shout out to Paddy Pimblett. How about the second story on the thumbnail over here with Mr. Pereira and Sean Strickland? Now, this one I kind of found fascinating, as Sean Strickland is a man who is bigger than life. This guy, anytime he does an interview, anytime he's training, anytime he's on video or he's on his social media, Sean Strickland is just saying things that create headlines. Well, Michelle. Alex Pereira, who just beat Israel Adesanya and took his belt, before that, knocked out Sean Strickland and said before that fight he was scared. He was scared. He thought that Sean Strickland was going to kill him. Now, to refresh your memory, I'm going to go over here on Twitter and just show you, for those that don't remember or those that didn't even see it. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this. But when Sean Strickland and Alex Pereira fought, Alex Pereira, something happened, right? It's actually pretty fascinating. The vintage left hook of Alex Pereira is something that everyone has spoken about. And Sean Strickland doing this. Now, that's his thing, man. He comes forward, he walks everyone down, but for some reason he's got like cerebral palsy, or I don't know what's going on, but his hands are just like this, right? That's just his thing. And as he's coming in over here, you could notice that Alex Pereira does a little dip. Like he does his little dip. It's so quick that we're doing slow motion over here. See how he just kind of goes down? And as he goes down over here, just a little dip, Sean Strickland like lifts his leg, drops his arm. It's like, is this guy going to the body or some shit? And you could see, like you see the arm, you see the leg, you can see this arm over here. Here it comes. Here it comes. Night, night. The arm comes in and ba-bang. And he's like, oh, wait, I'm flinching. You're going to do what? Kick me to the body? Like, look. Oh, my God. Damn, man. Right on the chin. Ba-bang. Sean Strickland gets laid out. But boom, there he is. There he goes. See you later. Night, night. Couple of follow-up shots, and Alex says, see you later. Goes on, fights Izzy, finishes Izzy, gets the belt. So according to Pereira, which I'm liking Alex more and more as and he's on ARIEL today too, but he doesn't speak English, so yeah. It's gonna be a lot of translator things and stuff like that. Maybe I'll run it back later and check it out. But according to Pereira, this is what he says. And we'll scroll down to the story. Dude got KO'd so bad he bought a Hyundai. Yeah, I didn't even have to get knocked out to buy a Hyundai. Great car. Great car. Good bang for the buck, those Hyundais. Had my Hyundai since 2011. Win the Super Bowl, drive off in a Hyundai. All right, here we go. Let's see. Talking about my last fight, Strickland had 25 fights. He's doing well in the UFC, ranked number 4. In the middleweight rankings, he's dangerous. He's experienced, Pereira said to MMA Mania. I was scared, but when I heard him talk, I relaxed a little bit. He said good fighter and experienced. He's a good fighter and experienced one, but he was talking some stuff that didn't make sense. For a few months since the fight was booked, I had fear, but it was under control. But I tell you, when I was most afraid, everything he said and until the weigh-in, everything was fine. When he entered the octagon and started staring at me, he hadn't looked at me the way before. That was when I became scared. So he's basically saying, right when he entered the cage, when Sean Strickland entered the cage with Alex Pereira, he gave him a look, and that made Pereira scared. And I find that, like, I find that incredibly fascinating to think about, because when you look at Alex Pereira and how he enters the cage, and he's got that stone-faced stare, how he was looking across at Izzy. Now, granted, he beat Izzy twice, so I guess that's got to give him some confidence, right? But in the case of Sean Strickland, he hasn't fought him yet. Sean is fairly high in the rankings. He's an aggressive dude, constantly walking forward. But to think that Alex Pereira has human feelings and was scared in a situation like that, and then you look at the outcome, the scared guy winds up knocking out the guy that's scaring the guy. Doesn't make any sense. It's pretty wild. So there's a human element to the middleweight champion in Pereira. And it's fascinating to hear. As we learn more about the Brazilian, the more I like the guy. He's scary himself.
Wonderful.
Speaking of scary, we got the glove touch coming in.
I was talking to a costumer with one earbud in and heard Paddy's voice talking about some sloppy shit, and I laughed in his fucking face.
Let's go! We did it, baby! Baby, we did it! Thank you. Yes! I love to hear that. Thank you, Glove Touch, for the $2 donation. Appreciate that. Yeah, Paddy Pimblett talking about his sloppy shit. My sloppy shit. Fear is a powerful motivator when it's under control. Sean Hicklin, GT is him. He is him. Thank you for that donation. Appreciate that. But I want to know what you guys think about this with Sean Strickland, right? Sean Strickland, the type of guy Sean Strickland. Alex Pereira is the type of guy who looks very intimidating. He's got that crazy left hook. He's a fantastic striker. And when you have a fight with Sean Strickland, a guy that just constantly moves forward, constantly in your face, it plays perfect for a guy like Pereira, a guy that has a game plan of, has the ace in the hole of that left hook. And boy, oh boy, the way he planted it on Strickland. So using fear, channeling it, and then just bang, executing beautifully on the face of Strickland, getting it done, getting the belt. It is a beautiful sport that we watch. Some fighters, fear takes them over and they underperform. Some fighters utilize fear, harness it, and throw it into their opponent's face. It's really wild what fighters can do, and champions are built differently. Champions, the way you have to be able to take that fear. I think fear is good. It has to be good in some sort of way. It can't overpower you, but I think if you are too confident going into a fight and you have zero fear, that's a problem. And Alex Pereira proved that he indeed is a champion of the UFC. But what do you think in the chat about Alex Pereira channeling his fear against the mighty Sean Strickland? And Sean Strickland has a chance to bounce back over here. I tell you what, if he loses this fight over here, the momentum completely swings. Completely swings. He's got a tough fight against Jared Cannonier. I have nothing against Cannonier, but I like the novelty of Sean Strickland. So I'm rooting for Sean. Even though Jared's is a home guy over here in Arizona, I am rooting for Sean Strickland because I think it's just fun. Sean's a fun dude. So we'll see. But what do you guys think about that? The whole what Pereira said, the outcome, how he became champion, and which fighter do you think fear takes them over where it hurts them? Curious what you think in the chat. Rainbows equals being scared, says Two Joints. Takedowns are scary when lots of money are on the line. Yeah, I mean, you see fighters adjust, like when you have the fear of the takedown, that opens up the striking game. And what's interesting is how Sean Strickland dropped his hands there because he's fearful of getting hit down low and then gets cracked in the head. So it wasn't even a takedown, fear that was in Sean Strickland's mind, but a little mistake ruined the entire fight for him. Jaron went 5 rounds with IZZY. Sean ain't making it past second round. Wow, interesting. A lot of people are picking Cannonier. Let me look at the odds on MyBookie. And by the way, shout out to MyBookie.ag. The promo code is MMA-HOLES for a 100% match on your first deposit. Let's see. MyBookie. Let's go over to MMA. Over here. Let's see. Do they have the Strickland up? It doesn't look like it. So they have Makhachev, Volkanovski, Prohaska Teixeira too. What the heck? Update your shit, man. Oh, okay, Magomed versus Blachowicz. Okay. Let me see. Am I missing it? Thompson, Holland. I'm curious on the odds on Thompson, Holland just while we're here. So Stephen Thompson is a plus 114. Well, I'll be picking Thompson. He's a plus 114. That'll be one of my underdogs. I think Thompson's decision's fair. I mean, listen, Kevin Holland's a very good striker, but I just feel like Thompson could get it done by decision. Well, we'll see. That's we'll talk about that in a minute, but that's interesting to me. UFC specials. What's this? What kind of specials we got here? A little Black Cyber Monday. Who will win? Who will Zhang Weili fight next? Let's see. Namajunas, Lemos, Jan, Shevchenko, Andrade. Wow, Valentina Shevchenko is a plus 600. I kind of love that. I mean, Rose is in the mix. You could run that back again. Lemos, Jan. Lemos is probably a good bet too. Man, Shevchenko at a plus 600. Like, I feel like the UFC's got to be exploring that option. It's interesting. If this is still up, I might actually throw the plus 600. I might, throw a couple bucks on that. Not terrible. What do you guys think over here? Rose, Lemos, Jan, Shevchenko, Andrade. Next fight for Zhang Weili, who just got a very impressive win over Carla Esparza. Interesting. That's a fun one. I didn't see that until now. Jared's a cool dude out of the cage. Yeah, Jared seems like super cool. I would love to interview the guy. He's just a little, he kind of flies under the radar, doesn't like to really be bothered with media and, podcasts and stuff like that. But he's literally a couple exits away training. Maybe I'll just pop up at the gym. Cannonier Strickland is a pure pick'em on best fight odds. I like Cannonier. Yeah, Cannonier should be the favorite in that fight. Let's see on Tapology if they even have. I'm curious now. Let's see. If you're just jumping in, welcome to our Cyber Monday stream. It's good to be here. We do all the shows early on a Monday except for after a pay-per-view. Then we push it back up to the night. But we'd like to switch it up here. So this show usually gets a lot of replay views, whereas the other shows get a lot of live views. If you are some of the people that are here today, well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. And hit the like button. Okay, let's look at it. Let's just look at it. Okay, wait, hold on a second. When's this? This is, shit. So Bellator is on the 9th. That's coming right up. And this is finally we get that Sabatello versus Stotts fight. That's going to be a fun. We'll do that on a Fuko Friday. That's going to be a good time. So December 9th. Actually, let me check out what's going on here. Okay, so I want to get to the Strickland. Here's UFC 282, which is the 10th. So 9th and 10th are going to be interesting. We'll have Bellator Friday, 282 on Saturday. Okay, not bad. That'll be a fun 1-2 punch. Let's see. All right, here's Cannonier versus Strickland. Let's just take a look at the odds if they're even here. But I would imagine it's fairly close with Cannonier being a favorite. That's what I would guess. Let's see. Okay, there's nothing here. Let's see. Strickland versus, let's go like this. Cannonier versus Strickland. Let's see who has odds up. Come on, my bookie. Get your shit together, man. I love not my bookie, but we got to pull it together. Odds. Let's see. Where they got him out here? Odds. Okay, so Sean Strickland, a plus 130 on Bet Online, on sports betting. And then Strickland on opening, they're pretty much even. I mean, it's really close. Yeah, so it looks like a slight edge in favor of Cannonier. Very close. Pick 'em fight. And if it is that close, I understand why people want to pick Jared. I get it. That one I might stay away from that one betting wise. It is too close. If it's a coin flip, I need to really have a good feel. And I feel Cannonier should win this fight, but my heart wants Strickland, so I don't think I'm gonna pull the trigger on that. Anyway, we'll see when it gets closer though. Maybe I will. We'll look at what else we got here. So you got Strickland Cannonier. Okay, let's fast forward. Whoops. Whoopsie. Okay. I want to see what we have in between. So 12. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's back up. So you got Strickland Cannonier. So remember I said there's a break. There's a gap after this until January, 14th with the UFC. So let's see what's in between there. Haven't done this yet. So you got Ryzen. That's a Saturday event, but 12 a.m. No, thank you. Cage Warriors is on a Saturday at 4 p.m. You know what? December 31st. Got nothing to do. Maybe Cage Warriors. And then you got 12:31, you got Bellator. Okay, Bellator versus Risen on New Year's Eve. That's fun. That's where the Bellator champs are fighting the Ryzen champs, and that's interesting. Okay, let me see what we got on this card. That's on New Year's Eve. So let me know in the chat, would you be down for a New Year's Eve stream with this? Now, I don't know. It's not a guarantee. It's not locked. I don't know if we're going to do it. Not quite sure. We'll see. I'm going to have a lot of family over, actually. Maybe we'll do, I don't know. Yeah, we're going to have family over that week, but maybe we'll do some sort of mobile fight reaction stream. Would y'all pick up Paddy Pimblett's dog poops as Odd Future? Would I pick it up? No, I would say stay there, or I'm calling the cops. Stay there, or I'm calling the cops. Nightbot going nuts. Yeah, Nightbot's, what the hell? Nightbot's spamming like crazy. Nightbot's been very inconsistent lately. I don't know. Rogue. I think it's the holiday after Thanksgiving. Full belly. But yeah, let's see what we got on this card. So you got the AJ McKee versus Souza. You got Patricio Pitbull versus Erbst. You got Juan Archuleta versus So Chul Kim. And then Horiguchi versus Okikubu. All right, it's interesting. 8 p.m. So that'd be good because it'll probably be finished, and then we can have a New Year extravaganza. All right. Just if you're just jumping in, I'm looking to see what's filler in between because you have a massive break from between UFC fights. I'm going to lose my fucking mind when the UFC goes dark for the holidays. I'm fight junkie, and Dana White is my dealer. Yeah, I think a lot of people. Now, let me know, how are you guys going to handle this? Because like I said, we're going to have a month off from the UFC. There are other things in between. That's what I'm looking at right now. But how, do you need the break? Maybe some people are burnt out. You know, we do have a pay-per-view card where the main event got swiped from off, and now we got this other main event, and maybe it's a good thing that the UFC is breaking right now. Every year there's usually a gap. The thing I don't understand is, was it the month of July or June? I can't remember. It's either June or July where the UFC always drops 2 pay-per-views in 1 month. Help me out if it's July, or it might be July. But it seems like every year they do this. They put 2 pay-per-views in 1 month. And I want to know, why can't we, on that gap week, why can't we have 1 pay-per-view that month? And then, every time they have this month break, put it to pay-per-view there, spread it out. Maybe they need time to reset. Fighters heal up. Maybe that's what it is. Everyone to the drawing board and back to the drawing board. And I don't know. But it is weird how they load up on 1 month with 2 pay-per-views and then they have a month off. Or maybe that's the reason why. Maybe they want the break. I'm curious what that is. All right. So the next fight night would be the 14th. So you have Ryzen versus Bellator. Wow, they planned that perfect. They did. They planned it perfect. You're lucky enough to have New Year's Eve on a Saturday. So they're just dropping their event right there. PFL used to do that. I kind of wish they still did that, but they had it on last Saturday. So Saturday, New Year's Eve, Bellator, and then on the 14th, so you'll have like a week of nothing, like legit nothing, no Bellator, nothing. Lights out. Let me look at my calendar real quick. See if there's anything else like boxing or something, but I don't think there is. So that is the 31st. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything. Yeah, so like on the 7th, there is nothing. There's just literally darkness. Interesting. Getting a break. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to go black? Or are we just going to vanish? It kind of feels like COVID all over again. Although when COVID happened, there was the break. And then there was like, we can at least talk about what's next. What's the UFC going to do? How, there was like those conversations that were happening. Will the UFC ever come back? Will life ever come back? Now it's just like, I would imagine Conor McGregor's going to be very active during that break on Twitter. At least it's NFL season, a decent substitute. Yeah, you do have the Sunday football games for sure. When did the playoffs start with the NFL? Actually, no, it wouldn't be in playoff time, but it would be down to the wire. Johnson says, wait, what? It's snowing out. Got just 2 inches. Says Ann. Is it really snowing? Man, oh man, you guys getting snow already. We can spend those weeks talking about fighters' girth. We could do that as well. That is something we could think about. Something. What do you guys think? Fighters' girth? Talk about fighters' girth. Yeah, let's do that. Not a bad idea. All right, so we discussed a little Paddy Pimblett. We discussed a little bit of Pereira being scared. There are other stories to get into, but I do have to take a quick break. We're going to talk about our sponsors. Go to the bathroom, hit the like button. We'll be right back after this quick word from the Island Boys and others and friends. Because I know you guys have been waiting for that. You want a little Island Boys and friends, right? That's right. All right, stand by.
CBDX.com, boy. We sell legal down to ATC. I'm a CBDX.com, boy. It will get you very strong. Down to ATC. It will get you very strong. And they post on Twitter. And they post on Twitter. CBDX.com. Island boys, you wanna get real high, you wanna get underground, you can smoke it loud. Island boys, you wanna get real down, it's green and brown, and you can smoke it baby, smoking trees. Better get with CBDX.com, cause we some CBDX.com. Better get with CBDX.com, cause we some CBDX.com, boy. You better tap in on the website. Island boy, right now.
Oh, God, help me.
When it comes to underwear, there's nothing more important than comfort. Why empty your pockets for generic underwear that loses comfort, quality, and style when you can slip into a pair of sheath
Hold on
and
one
get
second.
even more out of your daily wear? With sheath underwear, you can treat your jewels like royalty as they are given their own private
my God.
sanctum, keeping them.
Oh my God! What the fuck? Why are they? Why they doubled? Why are they doubled over each other? What happened there? That was a little weird. I heard this weird stuff going on. What was happening there? Anyway, mybookie.ag promo code MMA-HOLES for 100% matching your first deposit. Head Rush, 20% off head. 20% off of Head Rush. I use promo code MMA-HOLES. Use it for Head Rush. And let me give Sheath Underwear their proper due here. I mean, Jesus, what's going on? It must be that Cyber Monday.
When it comes to underwear, there's nothing more important than comfort. Why empty your pockets for generic underwear that loses comfort, quality, and style when you can slip into a pair of sheath and get even more out of your daily wear? With sheath underwear, you can treat your jewels like royalty as they are given their own private sanctum, keeping them secure and you in a state of bliss. Get 20% off sheath now using promo code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES with the link in the description below.
And for the ladies?
Absolutely! Sheath isn't just for men. Ladies can now experience Sheath's style, comfort, and functionality too. Sheath for women is crafted using a signature modal elastine fabric blend for form-fitting breathability that will not affect the natural pH environment or the microclimate of the skin while producing that long-lasting, unimpeded comfort. Use promo code MMA-Holes, MMA-HOLES for 20% off at sheathunderwear.com.
Let's go, baby. Yeah. I don't know. That was amazing. I got to play that back again real quick. So that Island Boy thing. I got up for a second. I leave the room and I hear like babbling. I'm like, what's going on? That's a little extra Island Boy. Like what's happening there? I want to know what you were hearing. Hold on a second. Let's see. There was four of them. It's bad enough there's two, but we had four of them just babbling over each other. Let's see. My computer's been all fucked up lately. Okay, hold on a second. I know you guys want more of it. Let's go. I know you can't get enough of it. There they are. There they are. I want to experience the joy that you were experiencing.
I'm a CBDX.com boy. It will get you very stoned. It will get you very stoned.
Oh God, I wish I had cameras. Like, I wish I had some sort of spy cameras in your homes right now, wherever you're watching this. And just to see the look on your faces when this was happening. You'd be like, what? Stop it!
And they post on
Twitter. We found a way to make the Island Boys even more annoying than they already are. I didn't think that was even possible. Thank you. Welcome to the MMA Holes. Welcome, baby. Yeah. Oh my God, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. All right. Anyway. All right, let's look at the card that's this week. And if you're just jumping into the program, welcome. Welcome if you're just jumping into the program. We discussed a little Paddy Pimblett. You shouldn't show up late. We discussed Paddy Pimblett. His dog pooped on the yard. We discussed Alex Pereira being scared of Sean Strickland. We discussed a big break, a gap in activity as the UFC has 3 events, and then after Strickland versus Cannonier, we have a month break until Gastelum versus, who was he fighting? Let's see. Who's Kelvin fighting again? I feel like Kelvin hasn't fought in forever. Imavov. That's a tough scrap for Kelvin. Damn, they don't do Kelvin any justice. Like, they're like, here's another killer. Here you go, Kelvin. Have another one. But that's what you get. I mean, you miss weight a bunch of times and stuff like that. It is what it is. Just got the notification we went live. It says Slow DK. All right, Slow DK, this is what I need you to do. Because we literally have YouTube. We literally have YouTube doing an investigation right now. No joke, it's really happening. So Slow DK, if you could do me a favor, actually do this for me. If you could do this for me. When the stream is done, if you can put in the comment section down below, I will screenshot it and send it to them. I will send it to them. We have a plethora of people that are complaining about that. It's a thing. I don't know why, but welcome. Anyway, so Gastelum versus Imavov is next after the break. So let me look at this card a little bit. See what we got here. Anything? Nope, nothing. So what fight night is this? Let's see. Let's see if they put anything together here. So January 14th. Okay, Jeff Neal. Isn't it a little weird that UFC, like, why is the UFC website, why are they like this? Like, look at this. They have a full card here. They have a legit full card here, but you go to their website, nothing. I don't understand. Like, UFC.com. It's like the most lackluster, lazy. I mean, you would think the UFC would have the best people on board. It's the weirdest website. They have the most limited amount of information they could possibly give you. So you have Jeff Neal versus Rachmanov. Let's go. That's a good co-main right there. Ketlin Vieira versus Raquel Pennington. Dan Ige. Damon Jackson. He gets it. Yeah, baby. Let's go, Damon. Damon has been begging for this. He came on the show. He said he wanted the Ige fight. And here he is. He got it. He's on the main event. This is a massive opportunity. And Ige needs a win so bad. Yeah, he won 1 out of his last 5. He lost to Evlov, Emmett, Korean Zombie, Calvin Kattar, and before that, the only fight he won was Gavin Tucker. Oh my God, if Damon Jackson could get the job done here, that would be amazing. That legit would be amazing if Damon could get that job done. Good for Damon. So that's something to look forward to for us at least. Jeff Molina on the card versus Jimmy Flick. That's a good fight right there. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Barcelos. Nascimento versus Carlos Hernandez. Onama versus Aarons. Wow, how many fights are on this thing? Is this like confirmed? There's a lot of fights. Soriano versus Kopylov is a tight fight. Morales versus Rebecca. This is a good card. Good fight night. Yeah, that's a banger right there. Okay. So they come back pretty strong with that fight night. I like it. Action Jackson, baby. Yeah. Back in the mix. I'm really glad he got that fight. Big opportunity. He lost his brother, the whole story. We all know the story, right? Got to get him back on the stream. Okay, so Thompson versus... Oh, you know what we're supposed to get... Cody Durden's supposed to come on this Wednesday. You know what? Let me message my contact. You guys know Cody Durden? He's a very interesting character. Been meaning to interview that guy. Let me see. Just give me a second here. Just following up. Okay. Yeah, we got a really good contact. And Indraku should be next week, but I don't know what happened because he just lost his mom. So I think I might bail on that. You lose a parent. That's a fucked up thing. So might bail on having him on for a little bit. Anyway, but yeah, Tuesday nights is when we do our interview nights. We just have guests on, so we'll do that. By the way, tonight, we have an intimate group today, I should say. If you guys want to do phone calls, let me know in the chat with ones. If you want to call up the stream and just shoot the shit, it's a Cyber Monday. We're hanging out. We're going to get through the stories, and then at the end of the stream or towards the end, I'll open up phone lines. We'll talk about all the stories or whatever you guys want to chat about. If you want to call through Discord, let me know at ones in the chat. Luke Thomas supports child sex trafficking. That's true. I've heard that. So I do like the main event over here. You got finally both guys get to fight strikers, right? So we're going to keep this thing on the feet, maybe. Or Kevin Holland might just drag him to the ground and try to submit him. You never know. You never fucking know. But Kevin Holland versus Stephen Thompson's a good one. It's a solid main event over there. And looking forward to that. Dos Anjos versus Brian Barberena, banger. Nicolau versus Snell, banger. Tuivasa, who I think Tuivasa versus Pavlovich should have been the main event. So, Kevin, you down to call? All right, Sanosi at work. Let's see. It looks like 2 joints is down. Okay. All right, if we get enough people, maybe I'll open up the phone lines, get you guys to call in. Let's see. Matthias, by the way, if you do want to call in the show, we have a Discord link in the description down below. It's our link tree, actually, but just go into our description. By the way, I just want to say this. A lot of people did not know this. The Hearns didn't even know this. In our description, underneath each video, there's a description, and you got access to everything, whether it's the merch, whether it's the memberships or donation alerts, any of that stuff. In the description down below is how you can, get a hold of our address or contacts or any of that stuff, social media. Down underneath each video, there's a drop down. Let me show you guys because I actually had to explain this, and I was shocked to an OG. So I guess everyone doesn't know this. The knitter wants to call. Okay, it'll be good to talk to the knitter. So you're watching the stream, and usually any YouTuber that's live, if you want their information, you can go down below. But here we go. So see, this is down underneath each video. You just click on more, and then you can check out everything. And here's our donations over here. If you want to play all those wacky songs, we have the entire jukebox playlist over here where you can interrupt the stream. So that's there. Patrons, and then if you want like all our other information, we got this link right over here, our link tree, and that's got all the other fun stuff as well. So everything that you need to know via MMA Hole is in our description down below. Okay? There we go. Now it's all taken care of. Anyway, back onto this card over here. Anders versus Daukaus. Hermansson versus the Leeds. So the fight with, what's his face? What the hell is his name? Brunson, Derek Brunson. I'm like, what is his name again? Brunson falls off the card. The Leeds comes in, makes it even better. Daukaus, Anders, Price versus Philip Rowe, Angela Hill. The mighty Angela Hill has been bumped. Okay, she's on the prelims. Good. That's good. It's good news. It's good news. Oh, by the way, let me see if it's still like this. I'll get back to that card in a second. This will be fun on Bellator. We spoke about that. This card here. We haven't spoken to Action Man in a while. I don't know what his deal is. So he is like buried on the prelims. With this fight, look at this, against Joaquin Buckley. I think he's headlining the pre-prelims. That's insane. Buckley versus Curtis down. I mean, that just goes to show you how solid the card is. Wow, co-main event is Pimblett versus Gordon. Man, Paddy doing his thing. Wow, shout out to Jared Gordon getting co-main event. Well, Chris Curtis, listen, I don't know. Like, we're still cool. He's following us on IG. We've gone back and forth a couple of times. We were like, cool. And then, like, he said that after the Hermansson thing where he was flipping everyone off, his people, his management team told him pump the brakes on interviews and stuff like that. So he hasn't been running around. He used to do all we used to just Skype him while we were live on Fight Buddies, and he would come in, you know? And I don't know if he's too good. I don't know if it's that. I think he has diarrhea of the mouth. And when we have a stream where he says how he can't stand each fighter. Like, we have this on our Clips channel. And I guess it's not good if you're promoting that guy, if you're the manager of that guy, and he's running around saying these things. I think it hurts his, it doesn't help. Let's just say that. So I think they were pulling him back for those reasons. So I do want to slide back in with Chris, but I'll wait until after the pay-per-view. I'll wait for him to have the fight, and then hopefully we can get his post-fight thoughts on it. But then it gets weird, too, because you got brand could be a good term, yeah. You have, Ariel, the snake, Helwani. Like, he goes and he gets first dibs. So anytime there's a fight, right, Ariel is the guy. Like, everyone wants to go on Ariel because Ariel's the big guy, right? Ariel's got all the views, and he's got everything. He's doing his thing. So when you do the Ariel interview, I guess they feel like they've said it all. They don't have to do any other interviews because, you got Ariel, you got him, you got fucking, what's it called? What's the other comedian guy's name? I can't remember. Oh, Andrew Schultz. And, you want to do all the big time New York stuff over there. So when you're trying to go into these other podcasts and these other shows, these fighters don't want to do it. Or their management teams kind of hold them back, after they have a big victory. Kind of a bummer because when we do our interviews over here, it's way different. We're not doing the typical questions here. We're finding out about the person, not the fighter, right? That's what we find out over here on this show. But I think they get burnt out and management teams hold their fighters back. I'm not the type of guy that's going to go out there and beg. That's just not what I do. I'm not going to fucking slide to their DMs 500 times. I'm like, please come on my show. Like, it's not worth it to me because honestly, fighter interviews, we don't really get much ratings on that shit. Our ratings are fight reactions. Our ratings are on night shows when we're just horsing around with the chat. That's where we make our money, and that's where we grow our channel. Getting fighters on here doesn't really do anything for us. The only reason why I get fighters on the show is because I want to just give back to the OGs that come in. Like, for instance, today, the people in the stream today, if we do a fighter interview, it's for you guys. It's not for the new people coming in or trying to grow the channel because it doesn't grow us. It doesn't do shit for us. We go on fight nights, Fight Buddies. We get 3,000, 2,000 subscribers in one night, So that's how we grow our channel. So fighter interviews, I don't go crazy over chasing those guys down because, one, I don't want to fucking bother them. And two, I don't like if someone thinks they're, they think they're bigger than us. It is what it is. Go ahead, do your thing. Be your celebrity. I'm not chasing you down. Now, if fighters want to deal with Ariel's homosexuality, yeah, I mean, Yeah, people don't go on Ariel's show. Like you got the dominance MMA guys that steer clear because of what's his face. A lot of politics. With getting fighters on. I just want to get on people that tell good stories. That's it. That's all I want on the show. So if we can get Chris Curtis back on, that'd be nice. But I'm not going to beg him to come back on. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. That's not what we do over here. Anyway, done with that rant. But Paddy Pimblett getting co-main. By the way, Paddy Pimblett was a guy that agreed to come on our show like 5 years ago. Like when we were absolutely nothing. Paddy said, yeah, I'll come on. And then just like blew us off. So I never followed up with the duty. Now it's like impossible to get a hold of this kid. But yeah, co-main event, Jared Gordon. A good job for Gordon, man. A New York guy, has a crazy backstory. And here he is in the co-main event. Everyone was looking for the Pimblett fight. Gordon gets it. And what does that say? That says that Pimblett thinks he could run over Gordon. Pimblett and his people, the UFC, say, okay, you could beat this guy. Jared's fun. He's exciting. His resume looks pretty good. He's 19-5-0. But when it comes to a guy like Pimblett should be able to beat him in a big spot. Pimblett has a chance here to completely seize the moment. He is over Darren Till, the former hype trainer of Darren Till, Ponzinibbio versus Jared Gordon was the fight that was originally the co-main event. I am very glad that they bumped that down. You got to put Pimblett up there higher because of, losing Blachowicz versus, losing Prohaska versus Glover. By losing that, you got to put Pimblett up. So that makes sense. I understand why they did that. Man, Paddy Pimblett, co-main event of the last pay-per-view of the year. Watching Portugal versus Uruguay. All right, let me know who wins, Snow Chicken. Let me know. I don't really have an interest, but I like finding out the finals, seeing who's doing well. Not the biggest of soccer fan, but some interest. The knitter in way, sorry for that. Dono, by the way. 2 joints, yes. It was damn Savage's fault. Okay. But yeah, what do you guys think of this card? You got Shabazian on it too versus Lunjambula. That's a fucking banger. Bryce Mitchell versus Ilya Topuria. My goodness. The O must go. Boy. Oof. That's a fight right there. That is a fight. You know what? To the people, there are a lot of people on social media saying the UFC is ending weak. This is a weak pay-per-view that they're ending on. You guys know nothing what you're talking about. Now, listen, pay-per-view buys throw them out the window. This card is just ridiculous. It's good, man. You opening up with St. Preux versus Tricoli. This is a solid, strong card. Super strong. Let me look at the website here, UFC. Make sure the order is the same as Tapology. Yeah, just because you're a main event, like, man, if that main event stayed intact, this could have been the card of the year. But it's so funny how a main event could switch everything. It's kind of like Duplessis is a beast, so I get it. But Darren Till on the main card. Chris Curtis being bounced pre-prelims is a little. You got Raul Rosas Jr. So Chris Curtis versus Joaquin Buckley's opening up the regular prelims. Boy, that's on regular ESPN, so that's kind of cool. That's not bad. He should be headlining it. Who they got headlining that? Yeah, like Rosenstrike versus Daukus. Fuck that, man. Like, I understand. They both have power. They're big boys, the heavyweights. You probably should be ending with Curtis versus Buckley. You should be. You got Shabazian versus Lunjambula over it. Listen, Lunjambula is a scary dude. Shabazian was a hype train that got derailed. But Curtis versus Buckley should be at least the last fight of the prelims. What do you guys think about this card? It's a solid card, though. Like, I'm arguing, complaining about the order, but that's like me nitpicking. It's still good, man. It's still really good. Looking at the main card, let's see. So it's Mitchell Topuria, which is just a banger, man. Like, both guys are undefeated. A lot of hype between the two. Opening up the main card, you got the return of Darren Till, who is so overhyped. One of the most overhyped fighters. I was arguing with people left and right with this guy, saying he is not as good as everyone thinks he is. And, of course, he proved me right. But then you got Duplessis against him. But Duplessis is an animal. This is a massive fight for this is like it. If Darren Till gets smashed in this one, I mean, that's it. It's over. The experiment's over. Robbie Lawler, who's been in there forever, former champion, versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. You got Paddy Pimblett versus Jared Gordon, Blachowicz versus Ankalaev. Is it worth the pay-per-view buy? Is it worth the pay-per-view buy? That's the question on this. This pay-per-view. Is it worth the pay-per-view buy? Let me know in the chat. The Mystical One. How you doing, Spaceship Robot? Prove us right. It's flat and beautiful. Homies research before opening up. Till is a bum and still hates his wife and kids. I don't think he hates his wife and kids. Come on. He doesn't treat his wife the best. Although I think that's his fiance. I don't even think it's his wife. Yes, it's worth it. Okay, so Spaceship Robot says worth it. I say it's worth it. So Two Joints says it is. Globeheads. Are you arguing flat Earth? Is that is that what just is someone just going into that world? Like, I thought that was dead. Is that back? That's not back, right? 100% worth the pay-per-view buy without question. It's a fantastic card, says Frank. Okay, so here we go. So people are saying that they're going to buy this. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel good because honestly, looking at the internet, looking on Twitter, people complaining about this card, UFC 282, I think you guys need your head examined. Yes, the main event is not as juicy as it was before, but the entire card is really good. Jan the Man worth it alone. Savage will pay $45.99 in Domino's coupons. Globeheads, maybe, says Ann. Okay. All right, I'm not upset with how they're ending the year. I'm not. I have no problem with that. We go into, I want to see if there's a bet that sticks out for this fight night, UFC Orlando. By the way, Thompson as the underdog. Thompson hasn't looked good as of late, but let's look at what we got here. This guy was so close to winning a belt. He was right there twice. Now, 2 wins out of his last 5. He is 39 years old. He is 9 years older. Man, maybe this is a terrible bet. They got him pretty much even. My bookie's got Thompson with plus money. Thompson, he lost to Bilal. He got snuggled. Lost to Gilbert Burns, another grapple fest. And both decisions, by the way. And look how good those guys are with their finishability and whatever. Jeff Neal, he beat. That's a solid win. Beat Luque. Now, remember, Jeff Neal was a 1 year and 11 months ago. The Luque fight decision was 3 years ago. And then Pettis, this was the real shocker. The first person to ever put Stephen Thompson, the only person to put Stephen Thompson out inside an octagon, Anthony Pettis, 3 years and 7 months ago. So he has been finished. A jumping kick from off the fence. I mean, a punch from off the fence from Pettis. I was thinking I was blending the Showtime kick, but no, he kicked off the fence and did like kind of like a Superman type punch towards Thompson. So he can be finished. I don't think Holland outpoints Wonderboy. I don't. But Holland does have power, and he showed some grappling skill as well. You look at Kevin Holland, his loss was the KHAMZAT one. I mean, we could basically just throw this away. KHAMZAT was 9 pounds heavier. Actually, no, it was more, right? I don't know. It was a whole thing. But Khamzat Chimaev, they switched opponents, and he comes in there. He submits him super quick. It's just ridiculous. He beat Tim Means. He submitted Tim Means. He beat Alex Oliveira, who was cut. He knocked him out. The accidental headbutt with Daukis, that was a bummer. And then lost to Marvin Vettori, a weight class higher. Here's my problem. You look at Tim Means, beast, badass, but not a champion, not really a contender, old. Alex Oliveira beats him, knocks him out, who was a tough dude, but then got cut immediately after that. If you're getting plus money with Thompson, I think it's a good bet. Thompson by a decision. It's a 5-round fight, so it's going to be a long-ass decision. But I think he could do it. Holland's a solid, strong striker. I just think Thompson's smarter. I do feel that Thompson could win a decision on this one. So I would definitely place money on Wonderboy. RDA versus Barberena. I don't know if I would touch this, but let me just see. I mean, Barberena's a plus 270. So, I mean, if you like that plus money, not terrible. RDA lost to Fiziev, who's a beast. Michael Chiesa 2 years ago. And Leon Edwards 3 years ago. Champion. It's a little suspect, this one. Chiesa's tough, though. Beat Paul Felder, beat Moicano, and Moicano came off the couch. I tell you what, if you like the plus money, I don't say this is a lock, but at a plus 270, it's enticing. I don't know if I'm going to place that bet, but I kind of want to. What do you got here? You got knockout on Robbie. Matt Brown, these old guys. Well, Matt Brown's not terrible. Split decision on Matt Brown. Darian Weeks, because Brown still looks like he has a little left. Portugal scored. Apparently Holland and Wonderboy know each other, just hoping they go in there with bad intentions and don't keep it light. Yeah, Little Seal. I saw a little bit of their Holland's podcast, and they were very friendly. Very buddy-buddy. So, I mean, Wonderboy's always buddy-buddy before a fight. He never really has any heat. So I think, I don't know. It just reeks decision. And I feel like if it goes decision, I mean, I feel like you have to bet the house on Wonderboy. And if there's a knockout, I would say Kevin Holland will be the one for, knockout Holland, decision Wonderboy. So I'd probably put money on Wonderboy. This fight over here, I got to wait until Friday. I got to watch the weigh-ins, the face-offs. I might jump on this. Plus 270, I might. It doesn't stand out. So Wonderboy, I'm liking. That one, not so much. I'm on the fence. But I like that plus money. Schnell versus Nikolai. You never know with Schnell. I would stay away from this, though. I think Nikolai should get it done. Yeah, Schnell's a beast, but it's going to be too crazy, so I would stay away from that one. Tuivasa versus Pavlovich. You know what? I'm probably going to throw money on Tuivasa with the plus money. I know Pavlovich should win. You know what? I'm probably going to do that. Let me see. If he's getting plus money on my bookie. I think Tuivasa is going to bounce back. I know the Russian's big and scary, but I don't think Tuivasa is going to be scared of this dude. Barberena at plus money seems like it's worth a sprinkle. Yeah, like go low. Don't go crazy. Don't bet the house on him, but I could see it's like right in front. They're dangling that plus money. I could see it. This card's going to be fun to bet on. I have a feeling we're going to have at least 3 bets on the card. I do like Tuivasa. Tuivasa is getting plus 153. Now, like I said, Pavlovich is a beast. They're both coming off of a knockout of Derek Lewis. I think it's going to be a firefight, and I think Tuivasa is going to be able to weather the storm of the Russian and knock his head off. I really do. I know Pavlovich only has 1 loss. He lost to Alistair, and that was 3 years and 11 months ago. He beat Gome, Green, Abdikarim. I'll just say Shamil. I always say Shamil on that dude. And Derek Lewis, who hasn't looked great. But both of them, last win off of Lewis, makes it interesting. Tuivasa 6'2 to 6'3. You have the reach for Pavlovich. This is a banger, man. I like Bam Bam in this one. How you doing, big dog? How's it going, bud? So 2 bets that are standing out, and they're both plus money. Stephen Thompson and Tuivasa. Hermanson Deleeds. Man, Deleeds is looking good. I won money on him last time. Let me see what my bookie's got him at. The Joker. Now, remember, do not lock the bets in now. I understand lines change, but my picks are locked in on Friday. I know people like to make the bets. They like to catch the number early in the week. Mine are on Friday. I wait for the weigh-ins and the face-offs. I need all the information. Even if the guy becomes a minus, I'd rather wait and make the bet. So I'm going to be betting straight up on Friday, lock predictions. This is where I'm leaning today. I'm just telling you where I'm leaning. So we were looking at Hermanson. Oh, man, I'm going to be dipping into my bookie bag. Where's the leads? Where is this? I know I'm missing it somewhere. Tuivasa, Daukaus. Where's the Hermanson fight? RDA, Schnell, Tuivasa. What, they didn't update it? I guess during the week they'll update it. All right. We'll find out as the week progresses. Brunson was a better under versus the Joker. I agree. Yeah, DeLeeds, he's beatable. He's looked really dominating, but I think Hermanson's just too smart, too seasoned. So I think Jack's going to be able to squeeze out another decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, short notice, don't take any chances, outpoint him, get the fuck out. DeLeeds can be very aggressive. Anders versus Daukaus. Man, you know, Eric Anders is a guy I'd never like to bet on or against. So, like, he went on Rogan and he says that he has nothing to lose. Like, he has all his real estate. He's already well off. Like, he doesn't even need to be. He fights because he just has that fire in him. And then Kyle Daukaus, the guy who beat Holland, is coming off a loss. That was to DeLeeds. Ironic enough, we were just talking about DeLeeds. I would stay away from this fight. Anders would have plus 160. Lost to Park. Lost to... Yeah, I feel like Daukaus is going to win. Yeah, I'm not touching that. I think a lot of dogs are cashing this week. Yeah. What do you think about Anders? I don't think Anders is going to win that one, though. I don't think, at least. Not at this stage of the game. I'm staying away from the ladies, but just out of curiosity. Angela Hill, plus money. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate picking Angela Hill in this fight. So this girl's coming in from Invicta. She has one UFC fight, Jessica Penne, and got a decision. I just feel like, I don't know, but just so sporadic. But I don't hate Angela Hill at plus money in this thing. I'm probably going to pick her on Tapology. I don't know if I'm going to put the money there because women MMA always fucks me. Where are you at? Where you at, Angie? Hill, here we go. Hill getting plus 100. What do you think? Joker good at Chris Curtis. Yeah, it reeks that. It does. It does reek that. Like you said, can't bet on or against Anders. Plus, he's low value. Yeah. Volume, excuse me. Yeah. I don't. I don't think that. I would stay away from betting on that fight. Although the Angela Hill fight, I don't hate her as an underdog here. I do like that one. A shoey. Sonosi says, "Don't do it, baby." Yeah, the only reason why I wouldn't do it is just because of the unpredictability of these female fights. I feel like I got my finger on the pulse of the men, but with ladies' fights, they've kind of screwed me. So, you know, I should stick to the boys. UFC boys, I'm good with. Clay Guida versus Scott Holtzman. Staying away from this, but let me just look at the numbers here. Guida getting a plus 160. I mean, Holtzman is not 39. It's not like he's that much younger. I'm not betting on that. Okay. The damage. And Michael Johnson, DeCasey. I think DeCasey's going to win this. Yeah. I think DeCasey's going to hump the shit out of Johnson. MJ getting plus 190, 36 to 29 years old. I think DeCasey's just going to lay on him. So I'm not betting on that. Darren Elkins, plus 310. Jonathan Pierce. Another one. Just came off a win. Tristan Connolly. But another one that's just like, I don't like these guys that could lose the entire fight and then like get a walk-off at the third round type. I don't know. Like where he just looks like shit and then all of a sudden pulls off a miraculous victory. Like those guys scare the hell out of me to bet on. But plus 310? Jonathan Pierce on a 4-fight win streak. Knocked out Amirkhani. Knocked out Rodriguez. Knocked out Morales. Submitted Morales, excuse me. And knocked out Kai Kamaka. Last loss was Joe Lozon 3 years ago. Wow, that was 3 years ago? Fuck. I actually bet on Joe in that fight. Clay tempting, but don't know. Yeah, I would stay away from it. And I think I would stay away from this, but you're getting plus 310. I can understand why people want to go there. Tracy Cortez, another one here. Just enjoy this fight. Big step up for Cortez. Massive. She's a plus 110 against Amanda Hebas. That is a very tough fight. But some people would probably go like Tracy. She lost to Chukagian, beat Jandaroba, lost to Rodriguez. I don't hate it. I don't hate Tracy, baby. I don't hate Tracy on this. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. God, I might throw a fucking... I might be betting all over this card. I like Cortez in this fight. Snow Chicken, what do you think? You like Cortez? I like it. Man, Friday's going to be wild. I might have to pop a gummy and just go fucking all in. I'm going to wait for the face-offs, wait for the weigh-ins. I don't hate Cortez. It's plus money. This is a big step up. Cardio and conditioning will make cowards of us all. How you doing? You already bet Cortez? I don't hate it. Damn, man. The 2 female fights, I don't hate the unders. This is gonna be a good card to bet on. I'm gonna have about 5 bets on this card. Let's pop gummies and do it, baby. Shout out to the members. I see a blue belt. I see Snow Chicken. I see a black belt in Sonosi. Where my belts at in the chat? Where you at? Where you at? Hit that like button if you haven't done so. Pleasure hanging out with you early on a Monday. I like these streams. It's selfish. I like them. I can go live on tonight and go do great stuff, get some good views, the whole deal. But this replay views, I like it. I don't know. So if you're here early, if you were listening at work, I appreciate. Hopefully I can get you through your work day. But I enjoy this. We'll open up phone lines soon after I just I'm looking at bets on this card that's coming up this weekend that I would take. So far I would take Cortez. Now, like I said, locks Friday. It's just, I'm getting my mind, I'm just thinking right now. I don't mind Angela Hill. Oh, I didn't look at Price versus Rowe. Hold on, let me see. This is one I'd probably stay away from, though. I think Nico should win. But Price, he's a big dude. Wow, Nico getting plus money. I think he could beat Price. But no, I'd stay away from this. By the way, Philip, actually, why don't I reach out to this guy? We're Facebook friends with this dude. Why am I not reaching out to this guy? I need to make a mental note. Philip Rowe, the Fresh Prince. If he gets the dub over Price, we got to get him on. All right, so I'm going to put him on. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I'm afraid. What the fuck? We're Facebook friends. Dakaka for a plus 100 payout. Is that a lock for you? You like that parlay? Dick Casey, Kyle Dakaka. I don't do parlays, but if that's what you want to do, go for it. I don't recommend them. Listen, I don't have to go in that spiel, but if you do, I hope you win. I hope you win it all. Nico's due. I don't hate Nico there, but I'm not going to touch that. Let's see. I think the Joker's going to win. So Tuivasa, most likely I'm dropping coin on him. I'm thinking about Barberena. That's a little risky, but I like Stephen Thompson as an under, so I'm dropping coin on that. So the ones that are kind of sticking out right now for me are Thompson, Tuivasa, Angela Hill, Tracy Cortez. They're sticking out. They're standing out. They're standing out for me. All plus money. Rojo versus Marshall. Man, Rojo has been... Ugh. He's due. Don't know enough about these guys. You got contender series guy that has neither guy has a win. Let me see what their odds are. That's just, I'm literally flipping a coin. I'm not even going to bother. Let's see. And then Uruguay versus Nunes. No, I'm not going to touch that one. Yeah, I'm not touching this one. Okay, so those are the stick out. I'll probably on Friday or maybe even Thursday. I might even. Yeah, Friday. I'll wait. Rewatched Price versus Luque last night. A dude is a straight up animal, but too violent. Oh, I lost you. Oh, here we go. Too volatile. Yeah. Price is tough. Like, I don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Like guys like that are so aggressive, and yeah, I don't know if I would bet on that fight. What's up, pussy? What are you, Stifler? What are you channeling your early 2000s, inner 2000s? Stifler over here. What's up, shit brick? How you doing? All right. So we discussed a bunch so far. Let me just go through the news over here, and then I'll open up some phone lines. If you want to call, jump in our Discord. We have a link down below, and we will take some phone calls. But let's see. What did I miss here? What did I miss? So Kayla Harrison losing. I mean, man. No pun intended. This happened Saturday night. Kayla Harrison taking her first L at PFL. I got to admit, we paid for the pay-per-view, and I don't mind doing it. It was actually very good. Shockingly entertaining. Kayla getting the win, so you had that happen. I mean, Kayla losing, so you had that happen. The girl that she lost to, everyone is going crazy over because Pacheco, they're saying, is a man, and it's kind of fucked. like it's kind of getting dumb. I get, like, we crack jokes and stuff, but it gets to the point. It's like, I get it. Okay, she's manly. So is Kayla Harrison. They have features that, they're very muscular, and especially Pacheco. Pacheco's, she walks around with a short haircut and, dresses like a dude. I get it. But it's like, give her some props, man. I'm pretty sure she has a clit. Just give her props. Just because she looks like a dude. We don't have to all go fucking mob her on social media and shit on her. Let's give her some respect. She just took out Kayla. She had 3 tries to do it. She got it on the final try. So respect Pacheco. Love it. And it makes you think, okay, hey, can Pacheco, drop down 10 pounds? How would she fare against some of these girls in the UFC on the roster that doesn't even exist? And how hilarious would it be? Right? I don't know what her championship clause, but I'm assuming she has to defend. But if she wasn't under contract and the UFC swooped in and got Pacheco and didn't get Harrison, like when they had the chance to work something out with Kayla Harrison, they didn't pull the trigger on that. They didn't throw the big bag at her, and she stayed with PFL. Even Bellator kind of pumped the brakes. Could you imagine what a slap in the face if they take the Brazilian instead? That would be something else. I'm trying to get her on the show. No, she doesn't speak English, so she would be a horrible guest. I don't want to interview someone that doesn't speak English. There's like zero flow to the interview. With a translator and stuff like that. I would not want to do that. But anyway, Kayla Harrison taking the loss, and it seems like she took it pretty well. Let's see. I didn't hear her post-fight press conference. Let me see. I can pull it up here. Kayla Harrison. I saw one clip of her getting emotional. Post fight. I mean, she was talking a big game and got humbled. Let me see if I can. Let's try something out here. Does anyone have a good angle of this? Let's see. Okay, let me try this out. I'm going to try something out here. It's our Monday show. Hit the like button. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to get a little crazy. I don't think it's going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to get a little crazy over here. Yeah, so it's Cyber Monday. And I saw a camera that I'm like, maybe we should switch up. I want to switch angles and switch the studio around and all that stuff. I want like a new look, 2023. So after this, I might go Cyber Monday shopping. I don't know, but I want to do some shakeups here so we can do weird things like this. Let's see if I can get it going here. Anyone get anything good? What kind of deal did you get on Cyber Monday? Let me know. 9 out of 10 chicks with neck tattoos are crazy. I want to get a neck tattoo. I always wanted to get one on my side over here. But then I saw Crystalia do it, and I'm like, oh, man. You know, that ruins everything. You know when Crystalia does things like that? You don't want to do that. Let's add a filter. I was thinking, like, I want to pitch this to Jess. I want to get like an E for Ellie, my daughter. That'd be cool. That's what I wanted to do. But, or maybe even a Rose. I don't know, because that's her middle name. Thinking about it. I'm going to get my 70K tattoo. That's happening. Was that happening on the 8th? So that is December 8th. We're rolling in for the 70K tattoo. So that is in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's in 2 weeks. That's exciting. I haven't gotten a tattoo in a little bit. Okay. Green screen. Okay. Is this going to work? I don't think this works.
Just walk us through what went wrong tonight in your opinion.
Yeah, I'm still super grateful for the opportunity to do what I love every day. I didn't get the result that I wanted tonight. Larissa was the better fighter. I don't have an excuse. I don't have a reason. I think, I believe in my team.
I'm going to try one more thing here. New Samsung Galaxy saved $300. Oh, shit. You got a new Samsung Galaxy. Good stuff. Dude, isn't it crazy, man?
Yeah, I'm still...
Wait, so how much did you pay for the Wait, by saving $300, how much did you still... Dude, these phones are stupid. These phones are dumb how expensive they are now. Like, they are just dumb. So you saved $300, but what did you actually spend altogether? I'm curious. I'm trying to get something here. Hold on. Stand by. I'm trying to do some magic, but my magic. Let's see if that works.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to do what I love every day. I didn't get the result that I wanted tonight. Larissa was the better fighter. I don't have an excuse. I don't have a reason.
It's not working.
I believe in my team. I believe in my preparation. I feel like we did everything right in order to prepare for this fight. Just it didn't go my way tonight. I made some tactical errors.
It's not working. Come on.
Work on. Failure is my fuel. Some days you're the nail and some days you're the hammer. And I feel like I've been the hammer for a while. And today I experienced being the nail. So this is an opportunity for me to grow as a fighter and as a person.
I certainly think that you can use this opportunity to depart to.
This is what happens when you deal with this is what happens when you deal with PFL. $980. My God. That's crazy. This phone here, I got actually before the pandemic. This is our business phone over here. The Note. And yeah, we paid like $1,200 for this fucking thing. But it's still lasting and it's taking a beating. I mean, it's got cracks all over it. I guess it depends how long you're gonna... I bled more than the 2K dono on Black Friday shopping for me and family. Yeah, it's expensive shopping for family for sure. It's wild, man. It's wild. I guess if you're gonna have your phone for about 5 years... I guess okay, but some people, they get a new phone every year and they're dropping like a G every year. It's crazy, man. Anyway, I'm trying to get Kayla Harrison on the show, but She's not cooperating, so we're just gonna get the audio, see what she has to say, how she handles this. Bummer. I couldn't get her face on the show. I wanted to get some specialty graphics here, but didn't work. I'm broke, pawned family heirlooms just for cat food. My God. Now it's not playing? What the? Come on. Let's go.
Okay. Obviously, we didn't get the result that you wanted tonight, but thank you for coming here as a true champion and facing the crowd tonight. Kind of just walk us through what went wrong tonight in your opinion.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm still super grateful for the opportunity to do what I love every day. I didn't get the result that I wanted tonight. Larissa was the better fighter. I don't have an excuse. I don't have a reason. I think, you know, I believe in my team. I believe in my preparation. I feel like we did everything right in order to prepare for this fight. Just it didn't go my way tonight. I made some tactical errors. A lot to work on. Failure is my fuel. You know, some days you're the nail and some days you're the hammer, and I feel like I've been the hammer for a while, and today I experienced being the nail. So this is an opportunity for me to grow as a fighter and as a person.
I tell you what, I can't stand cliche quotes. Sometimes you're the nail, sometimes you're the like jock quotes. It's so annoying. It's like, let me just say this cliche quote. But I mean, listen, she's doing her thing, right? She doesn't want to be there.
How are you going to be able to compartmentalize what happened and use it to spur your growth?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm
sometimes
very
you're the
fortunate
dick,
that
sometimes
this
you're the
isn't
vagina.
The first time I've lost in life or in a sport setting. You know, I lost many times in judo. It's a little different in MMA, obviously. It's the world's biggest stage. I obviously just lost my title, so that hurts. It's going to hurt for a while.
Uh-oh. She's going down. She's going down, guys. She said. She's crying, guys.
But it's also...
Oh, boy, Kayla Harrison. Listen, it's tough. I mean, yeah, I mean, she's never really experienced... Has she ever experienced loss before? I'm trying to figure this out here. Hold on a second. Hold on, I'm trying something out here. Trying a new bit. As she's crying in the background. Hold on. Just give me a second here. I'm going to make this happen. Kayla. Okay. I got to get rid of that belt. Okay. Movie magic. Oh, well. It's not going to be perfect. It's not perfect, but I don't have time for it to be perfect over here. Yeah, good enough. What the fuck? Okay. Good enough, fine. Go ahead, Kayla. Cry away. Commence.
Different in MMA, obviously. It's the world's biggest stage. I obviously just lost...
You like the penis vagina?
My title. So that hurts. It's going to hurt for a while. But it's also kind of silly, right? Like, I'm not curing...
That awkward clap.
I'm not curing cancer.
The pathetic hug. Like, all right. All right. All right. Thank you for crying. Thank you for crying. Yeah, it's silly for us. Like, we don't know what she's going through. You know, we don't know what she's fucking going through. We're not there. We're just a bunch of knuckleheads.
I'm not curing cancer. I'm not changing the world. What I do is very selfish, and I do it because I love it.
Okay. See, she's upset, but she's letting it go.
And again, I'm really grateful to my team, for everyone who makes sacrifices for me. They're away from their family during the holidays. They're with me at the gym every day, putting in the work just as much as I am. I'm grateful for my family, all the sacrifices they've made in order for me to be here, for my kids. And I know that I have a really blessed life, so although it hurts, I know that I'm going to come back stronger.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Why did you feel like it was important to come out and talk to us?
Man, she's really tearing up.
You know, I just think that I talk a lot about legacy, right? And to me, my legacy isn't just what I do inside of the cage, but how I carry myself outside of the cage. And I think...
Man, oh man, look at her. This poor girl. I mean, listen, she's got millions of dollars. She's won multiple times over there. She probably got paid a nice hefty bag just to compete in this one. You know, she didn't get the millie this time, but taking her first like blemish on her MMA record, it's got to be a tough pill to swallow. But she's standing there. She's fielding the questions. She's giving respect. She's letting the tears fly. So as she delivers her post-fight media scrum, what do you guys think in the chat?
Think about what I want my kids to know, and I'm not...
Yeah, and she's wearing those sponsored headphones.
ashamed of myself tonight. You know, I'm proud. I went out there, I fought, I lost, but I can hold my head high and carry myself with dignity. And I think that a real champion shows up in the good times and the...
But you're not the champ anymore, Kayla.
Bad, you know, and I want kids everywhere to know that, listen, I fell down tonight. I fell flat on my face. I lost in front of the whole world, and it hurts, and it's going to hurt for a while. But it's also an opportunity for growth. It's an
You know, you win or you learn, as they say. You're the hammer or you're the nail. You're the penis or you're the vagina. These are lessons you learn as a professional athlete.
opportunity for me to become a better fighter, a better person, and that is part of my legacy, not just the wins, you know, but what I do during the losses as well.
Okay, it was a close fight, and was down to the 5th round. What did you see at the moment? What did you see the fight going? Did you feel that you were ahead, or did you have no idea?
Did she think she was ahead going into the 5th round? Interesting question. I actually want to know the answer to this. Someone just let COVID loose in the background.
You were ahead, or did you have no idea where it was going?
Was that a donkey in the background?
Fight going. Did you feel that you were ahead, or did you have no idea where it was going?
Someone just exploded in the background. That must be Kevin Ioli, that cunt. Anyway, shout out to Kevin Ioli who blocked us on Twitter. Didn't really get to do a whole bit on that. Maybe we'll do the Kevin Ioli bit after this segment.
Do you feel that you were ahead, or did you have no idea where it was going?
I felt like I needed to win the 5th round. I think that she was...
He's still going, and someone get that guy some medical attention.
Doing damage, more damage than me. I think even on the ground, some of the shots from the bottom, I was like, what the hell just hit me?
Wow. So she's saying the shots from the bottom. That's what we were talking about during the fight. Was it a llama? That's what we were talking about in the fight. Like, the way Pacheco was working off of her back, like she was cracking on Kayla. And Kayla admitting that, you know, she was feeling the strikes from the bottom. I tell you what, you know, us horsing around over here, I think Kayla's handling this pretty well for the most part, you know, unlike Ronda.
And I felt like I really needed to find a way. And I even was thinking that before the fight, you know, 25 hard minutes, I need to find a way, I've got to find a way. And I just didn't find a way tonight.
And what, as this 3rd time you did fight her, what did you see that changed the last 2 times you fought?
I mean, she was just extremely physical this fight. I feel like it was a different person in there, to be honest.
That's because she successfully went through her gender change, right? Okay, it was too easy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm joking.
I don't know. She was much bigger, much stronger than I recall.
I felt the package.
Much more patient, obviously. There were a couple times she flurried and blitzed, but she kept her conditioning really well. I mean, she did a great job. She's a champion.
I don't hate Kayla. I don't. Like what we were saying during the fight, it's going to come down to how she handles the loss. If she handles it well, this is just a speed bump. You know, I do not hate Kayla Harrison. She's humbled. I think the reason why she's really upset is because she had opportunities. She had the Chris Cyborg thing, the Amanda Nunes. She was talking a lot of smack. She was running around saying she's the best, she's the best. And she got humbled, and now it's a massive step back. You know, and Dana White was probably laughing his ass off when she lost this fight. So I think that is the problem. It's not about losing. It's about losing the opportunities that she was close to being presented with. I don't hate Kayla either. I just hate that I lost my... So you must have bet a lot. I was thinking about dropping $500 on Kayla Harrison. Like, I was literally thinking about doing that, and then Jesse's like, are you crazy? I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, I was going to take some of my bookie winnings and just fucking drop it on Kayla, and I was like, you know what? Those first 2 fights were decisions. You just never know. You know, it's not like she destroyed her the first 2 fights. They were decisions. Unanimous, but decisions. So that's why I didn't place the bet. But probably a lot of parlays exploded.
Show a little bit about some issues you've been going through this year. You didn't want to elaborate on them then. Is now the time for you to do that, or not yet?
No, I'm not here to make excuses.
Oh man, it's weird how she turns up the female voice, right? Usually she's like, "Hi, how you doing?" Like she's just like all manly and brooding. But then when she's sad, she becomes a female, and I respect that.
Kayla, going back to the moment going into the 5th round, a lot of them made of open scoring. Would you have liked?
She's like a chameleon.
Would have known for sure where you stood going into the 5th.
Yeah, I think that favors fighters, right? I mean, fans don't like it necessarily. Maybe makes it a little more boring.
Thank you, Spaceship Robot. I appreciate that.
Or whatever, but I think that open scoring favors fighters for sure. So it's always good to know, right?
And I also wanted to come back to the point of you being an inspiration to everybody in the community.
Why can't they get the media a microphone? Like, is it that hard? It can't be that hard. You know, just a wireless mic you pass around. Okay, this person asks. That person asks. I mean, ESPN, for God's sake. This is on ESPN. This is a pay-per-view. You mean to tell me they have one microphone for Kayla? One. That blasts out into the room. You mean to tell me you can't just mic up? I mean, when I was DJing, I could do that. There was another mic I'd pass around. An MC could walk around with it. Like, why can't you give the press, in between questions, you'd shut the mic off, hand it to the next person? Why do you got to mute the press? Like, let them ask their dopey questions so we can hear it.
Also, to your own family, and your children have lost their mother, continually established that she is the baddest.
Oh, man. Is she holding in a fart here, or is she sad? I can't figure it out. Oh, she farted.
Now that they have seen you take a loss, how do you turn this into a learning lesson for them, as you're clearly doing for yourself as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important. You know, sports emulate life. Like I said, some days you're the nail and some days you're the hammer.
Like I said, sometimes you're a penis and sometimes you're a pounded vagina. There's really nothing you can do about it, you know? You just got to take it in the puss.
And life hits harder than anything inside of a cage. I know that for a fact. And my kids need to know that too, because life is unforgiving and it doesn't care how much money you have in your bank account, and it doesn't care what color your hair is or how nice of a person you are. Sometimes life just fucks you up, right? So my kids need to know that, and they need to know how to handle adversity.
I need to teach my kids how to lose. That's what I got to teach my kids. And also, when they lose, to wear these expensive headphones around my neck so you get paid at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't always do it the best, but I mean, this is a great moment, I think, for me as a mom. Maybe not as a fighter, but
sometimes you're a straight anus, and sometimes you're just a gay anus, if you know what I say. And tonight I was the gay anus, you know. But sometimes you're the straight anus.
As a parent.
Thank you, Kayla.
Kayla, is this the last time you and Larissa will fight?
I'm not in charge of that. I hope not, but.
What was the question?
You and Larissa will fight?
See, if it was mic'd, I would know what the fuck he's saying.
Thank you, Kayla.
Kayla, is this the last time you and Larissa will fight?
Who's the last on your something fight? Kayla, who the
Thank you, Kayla.
Kayla, is this the last time you and Larissa will fight?
last on your unnoticeable fight?
I'm not in charge of that. I hope not, but...
I don't know what the fuck was the question. What was that guy mumbling?
That'll be a sour taste for a long time.
If you want to take a bit more like time, now obviously you're not going to be focusing on the season format anymore going forward, but do you plan on now taking a lengthy break from the sport, or are you kind of keen to get right back in?
Okay, a lengthy break, or are you going to keep back in? What the hell is this stuttering mumble mouth that's talking?
Well, I thought I was going to take a break, but it's going to be hard now. No, I owe it to my children to take some time off. We're going to go see the family in Ohio for the holidays. And then I'll probably get back to the lab again.
Kayla, how does this differ from the losses that you had in the past, judo and whatnot?
So how difference between the losses you've had in the past with judo?
I mean, not really. It's different in the sense that there's...
I mean, this has got to be way more brutal than those losses. I'm sure those sucked, but this has got to be way worse.
$1 million on the line, and, I feel like I'm the face of the promotion, so...
And I was running around saying I beat everyone, and I'm the greatest fucking female fighter of all time, and I lost to a nobody. Yeah, this is pretty bad.
I dropped the ball a little bit.
The comparison between Pacheco's photos while she was in the UFC and now are so wild. You know what? I should put them side by side. Drop them in the Discord, Alex. Link in the description. Drop them in the Discord and I'll show them if you got the comparison pics. But I'm sure. Did she go full? She went full transition?
But losing is losing, For me, it's like I want to crawl out of my skin.
Did you see the video of Ali? All right, listen, I don't know. She's really fucked up, man. She's really, all right, leave her alone. I think we've done enough. Never have her on the show now. Yeah, I think we've done enough with Kayla Harrison over here. She said it all. Very emotional, but I think she handled it well. For the most part, I think she handled it very well. How do you handle a loss like that? She's completely humbled in front of the media, post-fight, no belts around the waist. Humbled. Got full of tats and steroids. All right, put it on the Discord, man. Discord. Drop it in the Discord. We'll show him. But there's a video. Chase Hooper put it out there. Shout out to Chase. Chase Hooper. He's got a fight. Oh, he doesn't have a fight. He got whooped. Chase Hooper. All right, where is it? Okay, so here's Ali Abdelaziz. This is hilarious. Ali Abdelaziz. By the way, PFL was the place to be at the Hulu Theater, MSG. Like everyone was there. KHAMZAT and Cejudo and Aljo and GSP. Like it was the who's who. All right, so here's Ali Abdelaziz. I think that I know MMA Breeze was getting a bunch of footage too, so shout out to MMA Breeze. But here's Ali Abdelaziz walking through PFL, and he starts coaching Kayla, which is hilarious. Like, I know Ali, has some sort of experience, but does he have Kayla Harrison experience? I mean, a judo, All right, hold on. Let's play this.
Look, Ali's going over.
And he's barking orders to Kayla Harrison during the fight. And by the way, you can't do that. Like, you can't just go over and start cornering. You can't do that. Like, you could scream from your seat and hope that they hear you, but you can't go cage side. Like, that's against the rules. But Ali's Ali Abdelaziz, man. He runs the show. That's what he does. That's what he does. He runs the ship, and he walks right over and starts telling Kayla Harrison what to do next. I'm sorry. Should you be the one doing that? Kayla, beat her up. Do something. Submit her. Punch her. I got you, kid.
This is great footage.
And now she's got the top position over here on Pacheco. Pacheco is landing a lot from the bottom, and Kayla's trying to get shit done. But good thing Ali Abdelaziz is there. You have to fly the plane into the building.
You think she even hears me thinking her head?
That's a joke.
Yeah.
Kayla, you must wrap your head and fly and scream Allah while you fly into a building. It's a joke. I'm just kidding, guys. It's just it's a tasteless joke. So someone's barking over here. The commission eventually comes over and is like, bro, you can't do it. So now they come over and they're like, bro, you can't be doing, you're not supposed to do this. You gotta sit down. You can't be doing this.
Oh, wow. This is great. This is great.
And he's like, you don't understand. I'm trying to give Kayla Harrison advice. I'm Ali Abdelaziz. I'm allowed to do this. It might be against the rules, but I could still do it. I'm the fourth corner man.
We got it on video.
He don't listen, though. He don't care. He still barks. You know, what about, aren't there people sitting behind him? Like, didn't people pay money to see what's happening and you got fucking Ali standing in front of you? It's like, bro, sit down. There he goes. Okay. So there's Ali Abdelaziz trying to get Kayla the dub. His cornering didn't work. So whatever Ali tells you to do, just don't listen. Because clearly, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Shout out to Ali Abdelaziz. Jaguar Muhammad says, all praise to the almighty Allah, Lord of the world, creator of seen and the unseen. There you go. Ali a troll. I need whatever Ali is on. What is Ali's origin story? I mean, how did he get so influential? So, I mean, he was an MMA fighter as well. He, it's really bizarre because here's the thing. Ali's a pretty good manager. Like, if you think about what he has done, like with some of his athletes, he's got a lot of the biggest names on the roster in the UFC, and he always puts them in play to become a champ. You know, top 5 guy. Like, he always gets the fights that these guys need. He's always there for his fighters. Any of his fighters that are represented by him, they all say nothing but glowing things about the guy. He probably is a good guy to have in your corner. He's probably not a bad dude. Although, being an outsider looking in and seeing how Ali handles the fighters and, you know, keeps them away from media and has so much control over their social media and all that stuff, it gets a little disgusting. And also, Ali can't put together a sentence. He's always stumbling over his sentences, and he doesn't make sense. He's yelling and screaming in situations where he should just be a manager, you know? But sometimes he takes the spotlight over the fighter. Things like that I don't like. And the fact that he's a rat snitch could be a problem as well. So, listen, being the armchair quarterback over here, you know, being the guy sitting on the chair just watching everything unfold and being the outsider looking in, I get why people shit on Ali. I also get why fighters want to be represented by him. I get it. I mean, if he's putting you in the right spot, he's getting you paid or whatever, you know, getting you those belts, so strap situations, he's a good manager. There's nothing. How many managers can you name, right? Like, I mean, you could name guys from Iridium. You could name guys from, what's it called? I'm already, it's already slipping my mind. Conor's a management company, and IZZY's. Give me the name. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, that slipped my head. I know Dominance, and I know Ali Abdelaziz. There's a reason for it, you know? So, So I think he does more good than bad, but there's some situations where you're like, what is going on? What's the deal? I want to give a shout out to MMA Breeze. I'll show some of his footage over here. Now, I tell you what, press credentials at PFL, we've sent Glove Touch over there. Like, you could legit get some cool stuff representing for for the MMA Holes or PFL. Let me just say this right now. If you're in New York and PFL has a big fight going down, they have some sort of championship. Like this thing, everyone was there. The GSPs, the Hamzats, the Aljo, the Henry Cejudo. Like, you could legit meet everybody. If you are interested in doing press work for the MMA Holes, getting some spotlight, you know, creating some content with us, we can get you in the door. If you're on the East Coast especially, we can get you in the door for these. Slip into our DMs if you'd like to do some work with us, and perhaps we can get you in the building and you can cover these events. But I'll give you an idea of some of the things that you can have access to. Like a kid like this, MMA Breeze, he takes his credentials and he works with it. You know, he does his thing. So I don't know this guy's name, but we follow each other on Instagram. He's a good dude, nice guy. Actually, we met him through Glove Touch. Had no idea who he was, but he went over there. Here's some of the stuff that he pulled together. Here's Henry Cejudo and Aljamain Sterling, okay, at the PFL situation. I can't play that music, okay, but Aljo, you know, just doing his thing. Like, what is this? Oh my God. Yeah. You know, but you get the front row seats to all the cringe over there. So here's Henry Cejudo. Aljamain Sterling creeping. Like, oh my God. There's also a face-off. I don't know if he got the face-off as well. Here's Khamzat and Aljo that he caught. So you got Khamzat Chimaev right over here, which I don't know what he's doing with his fisherman hat. Like, I don't know what that's about. Like, he's always walking around with that fisherman hat. There's Aljo creeping in right over there. And what do you think? What do you think Aljo is saying? Like, you can't really see, but anyway, Aljo's here leaning over. Khamzat in the far end with the fisherman hat. What do you think Aljo is saying to Khamzat Chimaev? Let me know in the chat. What is Aljo saying to Khamzat? What kind of conversation could they possibly be having? I mean, if you think about it, Aljamain Sterling, the grappling is his thing. Like, that is his thing. So maybe he's saying, hey, man, leg hump, team leg hump. What is he saying? Sadly, not in New York City would be funny. Well, you're not far. You're not far. So if you wanted to do some work over there, we could definitely make that happen. Let's see. But if you are in the 5 boroughs, we can get you some press passes. I want a Sanosi interview. I think you would be perfect. I would like to see it. Listen, the more dysfunctional, the better. That's how I look at it. I'm not looking for pro stuff. That's why I liked when Glove Touch was like stuttering and like, I'm like, keep all that shit in. Like, that's what we want. Because honestly, I don't want you asking the same fucking questions. I want you stuttering, uncomfortable. I want, like, you know, jitters. Like, feeling like, oh my God, I'm actually talking to this person. That's what I want. I want to see that on your face. He's telling Khamzat you shouldn't take Ali to the bar. I told you so. Aljo's being cringe. Yeah, that is what he's doing. Let's see what else he got over there. Anyway, it looks like he had a good time. Yeah, PFL's pretty cool, though, with the press passes. They hook you up easy. So, good opportunity. So, yeah, go follow this guy, MMA Breeze. The MMA Breeze on Instagram. Shout out to MMA Breeze. All right, let's see what else we got. I'm supposed to be at the gym right now. What am I doing? Okay. Is there anything else here? Here we go. George St. Pierre expects John Jones to be successful in UFC return. GSP, he's not coming back to fight. We all know that. But it looks like he's going to be a commentator. He's been bouncing around from like promotion to promotion, doing some color commentating. Someone is going to lock him down, and he's going to be a color commentator. And I think that's a massive pull Massive. Whether PFL does it. Kenny Florian was sweating when he got on the booth. Could you imagine GSP on the mic doing some work? So let me know what organization. Would it be Bellator? Would it be PFL? I got to be honest with you. He would slip right in on the UFC. I would take him over Dominic Cruz in a minute being on the mic. So let me know what organization would get. Would it be Eagle FC? Oh, there we go. Damn Savage says GSP better than Cruz. See? We agree. Yeah, I would take him in a heartbeat over Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz is very intelligent, but kind of pompous, whereas GSP is like the most humble dude. Javier Mendez believes Islam Makhachev needs to what? What does he need to do? What do you need to do? By the way, thank you again, Glove Touch, for the donation. Thank you to everyone that hit the like button. If you'd like to support the show, a smack a Streamlabs donation or a super chat. If you want to give us a Cyber Monday hello, you can do so in the description down below. Javier Mendez believes Islam Makhachev needs to clear everyone out to earn a pound-for-pound ranking. You know what he's doing, right? He's just trying to keep him humble. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Yeah, you got to ground your fighters. So, yes, I agree. I like that tactic. Yuri Prohaska, grateful for an opportunity to show he's the best. He'll be back. He'll be back. I don't think he's done. Conor McGregor response to Anthony Smith. Did you guys see this? I mean, he has been going... I don't know if this is probably deleted. Is it still here? Oh, it's still here. So Anthony Smith, he says, haha, walk it off, you tick, broken leg, my bollocks. Embarrassing. So making fun of Anthony Smith. He doesn't believe that he had a broken leg. Like, Conor's been going, like, he's had this thing with Anthony Smith. I got to be honest with you, like, there are a lot of things where I'm like, Conor, what the fuck is this guy saying? But the Anthony Smith thing, I'm in. Like, Anthony Smith has said things that I'm just like, are you just trying to get clicks? Do you really think these things? Like, I don't know. Maybe it is what he thinks. But he says things that I'm just like, what the fuck?
Come here. This one goes out to Anthony Smith, yeah? You know, reports came out your last bout, you broke the leg, right? You're sitting there hobbled over the oak. What was the extent of the injury? There was silence out of your trap on that. So obviously it was a miscalculation. You didn't break your leg, but what was it? Was it a stress fracture? What was the issue, pal? Because you know what that looks like to me, you hobbling out there, was what I experienced pre the break. What I went through in the camp.
Okay, so this is what I will say. As much as I'm not the biggest Anthony Smith fan, he's got this knucklehead talking about him. That's fantastic. So let me just say this. That's a W for Anthony Smith. That's a W. You may not agree with his takes on certain situations, but he's got McGregor making voice videos for him. He's on his radar. He's talking. McGregor tweets. He gets a gazillion, retweets and likes or whatever. Everyone's talking about it. So that's a dub. That's a dub for Smith.
And in training and had them stress fractures, and they were building up over time, even over fucking years of booting people around, yeah. It built.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Up over time. So keep kicking, pal, until the leg snaps. Until then, strap your leg up and keep fucking going and get back in that cage and kick until the leg fucking fully snaps.
I didn't listen to this all the way through. It's the first time I'm listening to it all the way through. I figured let's save it for the show. Let's run that back for a second here. If you're just jumping in, I mean, what advice? What advice from Conor? Only the best advice you can give.
And then you'll be at my level, yeah? And then go about what you gotta go about to. I'm a big, bad machine. What can I say? God decided it.
Keep kicking, boys, till that leg. That's great advice. If you have an injury, or if anything is putting you in a place where you're going to really hurt yourself significantly, keep going. Keep going. Just work. Just tough it up. Go all in. Let the leg snap. Straight in half. What do you guys think about that, guys and gals in the chat? What do you think? I mean, what advice?
In that cage and kick until the leg fucking fully snaps. And then you'll be at my level, yeah? And then go about what you gotta go about to. I'm a big, bad machine.
Just aggressively breathing into the microphone. Saying how he's a big, bad machine.
What can I say? God decided it.
God decided it. Dude, he's nuts. He's out of his mind. And we need more of this. I need the best character. I don't know what you want to call him. I guess he's a villain, right? I guess that's what he is. He's a heel now. Whatever happened, like there's been a metamorphosis with this gentleman over here. There has been humble in defeat, humble in victory, humble in defeat, you know, Mystic Mac all the way up to the top, getting the belt, crying when he got that strap with his fiance or actually girlfriend at the time. And it was just like this emotional moment into the Floyd Mayweather situation. And he got humbled there after he went in there and was talking all this shit, crazy circus stuff. Up and down he goes, repeats with Poirier, goes in like, let me taste that hot sauce. Give me some of that hot sauce. Give it to me. Oh, give me hugs. Love your wife. Love to the family. Let's have a good scrap.
1, 2, 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. So let's root the Cubbies.
If they
don't win, it's a shame.
Let's count.
For it's
1, 2,
3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Yeah. Yes, that was him singing that. You can't just make that was him singing that. Let's give a shout out to B-Man right there, dropping the 1212 donation. A perfectly timed donation on topic. Links are in the description down below, all the songs. And I love how he kept it on topic with that thing. Let's go. Shout out to B-Man. B's in the chat, boys. B.
Wonderful.
Shout out to B-Man. Thank you so much for the 1212. Appreciate that. Very well timed. If you're going to donate it, make sure you time it just like that. That is a savage timing. Yeah, he did sing that. But it is weird, right? He was all nice guy, bad guy, nice guy, bad guy. And then he turned against Dustin Poirier, becomes the bad guy, snaps the leg in half. And that's when the villain stayed the villain. Your wife is in me DMs. You know, that Conor happened, and it's just been that ever since. He's like, you know what? And I was one of them. I hated nice guy Conor in the Poirier rematch. I couldn't stand it. I was like, I can't even watch this lead up. Even how he lost. Oh, good fight, Dustin. You know, like, and then all of a sudden the charity thing, you know, and he just went full heel, right? Because everyone on the internet, including myself, was saying, let's get rid of that Conor. That Conor sucks. Everyone was saying it. Now, there were some people out there like, I can get on this Conor. There were people that couldn't stand Conor that were looking at the situation of him being the nice guy, and people were like, I could do this. He's actually not a bad dude. He's a family man bringing the kids around. I was screaming, get rid of the kids, get into the fight camp, be the heel, and look what he does. He has not gone back. He's made his movies. He's run around. He's all juiced up with all his fucking muscles, and will he come back? Who knows? But the advice that he gives to Anthony Smith makes no sense at all.
Snaps. Until then, strap your leg up. And they were building up over time, even over fucking years of booting people around, yeah? It built up over time. So keep kicking, pal, until the leg snaps. Until then, strap your leg up and keep fucking going and get back in that cage and kick until the leg fucking fully snaps. And then you'll be at my level, yeah? And
that's right. I mean,
and then go about what you got to go about to. I'm a big, bad machine. What can I say? God decided it.
God decided it. Very nice. So here's Conor McGregor giving advice to Anthony Smith. Let's see. Israel Adesanya, I'd bet my house on Alexander Volkanovski. Shocker, they're friends. All right, we're going to open up some phone lines. If you'd like to call us, talk to us on a Cyber Monday, now's the time to do so. There's a link in the description down below. Discord. All you got to do is find our little MMA Holes icon. You just hit call, and you'll stay in queue. We'll take all the phone calls that come in. Call up the show. Make it quick. Make it snappy. I would like to speak to any one of you hanging out with us early on a Monday. Let me know your thoughts on the Paddy Pimblett poop situation, on the Pereira scared of Sean Strickland situation, the fights happening this weekend. I gave you ways that I'm leaning with my bets. The pay-per-view coming up. Do you like it? Do you dislike? We spoke about a lot. I do have to go to the gym, so make it snappy. Let's go here. Let's take our calls. Here we go. I see Senosi's in queue. Let's see if he is available. The high score king. We shall see. Okay. Senosi, you there? Going once. I see him. He's moving, but I don't hear Senosi. I have to link back up. But let's see if the high score king here. Yeah, let's see. We'll have him call back. Senosi, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
What's up?
There he is. Senosi, how you doing, bud? What's on your mind?
A lot. Actually, let me move to the side real quick. Let me call my break. 1 second. I'm still at work.
Okay, wow. Calling from the job. This is very impressive. We're honored.
Yes. Don't be that honored.
Something's got to make those crazy donations, so we appreciate it.
Yep. So first thing, all those damn bets coming up, it's too tempting.
So you talking about the Fight Night Orlando?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of underdogs that stand out, or just close fights, right?
It's killing me. It's killing me. I don't know which ones to commit to and not commit to.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It is going to be very, very interesting. What fight would stand out? Like that you're like, okay, this is a lock. Is there anything?
Well, right now, yeah, I know prop bets are unpopular, but tie by knockout seems like a very easy prop bet for anybody because he ain't gonna win by decision.
Okay. And tie by knockout.
I think that's the one.
Let me see if it's.
I'm just saying it should be.
Let me see. Well, my bookie usually takes a while. Let's see. Thompson, Holland. Let's check it out. Let's see. Tie to Ivaza. Here we go. Props. The only prop they got right now. Oh, they don't got anything. Yeah, my bookie usually waits. So by Friday we'll have some props here. But it's that would be pretty interesting. So tie by knockout, you're saying?
I'll personally say I know you're not really a big fan of him, but if you're gonna put money on tie, you might as well put that knockout because he ain't winning any other way. Huh. He's not gonna win. He's not the guy who wins by decision.
Yeah, I hear you. I get it. I get the theory of it. You know, like I don't like. Here's the reason why I don't like props, and like parlays. It takes your hunch and decreases your chance of winning. You know what I'm saying? I understand you increase the value of it, like you're getting more money if you hit on that. So I understand the theory behind it, but I feel long term, you're always going to lose because you're decreasing your chances of guaranteed money. You know, it's like splitting tens.
No, I get that. No, I get that. I'm just saying for someone like Ty, can you honestly look at that fight and tell me Ty is going to win by decision?
No, but if the chin holds up and Ty rocks him a bunch of times, who knows? I mean, it's a 3 round.
That's true. No, I'm not saying it's not possible. I just spitballing the thing. Like it's one of those hard things. Like it's like, okay, Derek Lewis win by decision.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on who you give him against. If it was like Ty versus Lewis, like back then, and put decision, I could understand it because both of them could tire themselves out and make it a sloppy fest to a decision. I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I don't see it for this one.
Yeah, I understand the logic behind it. It's not like I don't understand that, but I value money, and man, oh man, decreasing my odds, on a bet that I feel semi-confident on. It's not like I think Ty's a lock too. I don't think he's a lock in that fight. I'm probably going to put money on him straight up. I don't find him to be a lock, but I do like him at plus money, so I'm probably going to go in that direction. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah, his path to victory should be knockout. It should be.
Now, here's a question for you. I know you probably have like what, $600-700. Are you? This sounds like this is gonna be the card you basically all or nothing it. Almost, because there's so many. There's so many bets.
We might be going all in on this one. Yeah. We have this little bankroll. So it's $913 in my bookie. Now we started with 1,000. I made ridiculous props and stupid parlays that I was doing, and I said I had to stop, and then I worked my way back up. I was down. What, like 500, 400. I was there. And then when I started betting straight up, I'm back to 913. What I'm thinking, I want to come up at the end of the year over, and I'm going to take a lot of gambles on this card. I'm going to take some I'm going to go for it. So probably more than 4 bets I'll make on this thing.
I can tell you right now, there's only 2 bets you need to basically win. Well, the 2 big ones being one of them, being Barberena beating RDA.
Yeah, he's probably, if I put money, he is the biggest underdog that would be there. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on that. Are you dropping on Barberena?
Yeah, I am. RDA just strikes me as, you don't know what kind of RDA you're getting, and let's face it, he's getting older.
Mm-hmm. Time
is just crumbling more and more. And listen, Barberena seems to be the old man killer.
Yeah, it's true. You look at the Robbie Lawler fight, Matt Brown. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see that. Barberena is, he's not that much younger, but younger enough. He's 33, RDA's 38. He's bigger. Yeah, I'm curious, man. I don't know with RDA. I still feel like he's got something, but he's kind of in limbo. And at 170, I feel like there's certain fights where these fighters are just too big for him. So it might not be a terrible bet.
But here's the thing: is RDA you said this fight's at 170, correct?
Yeah.
Well, then you should definitely do it. If it was RDA at 155, I would say, yeah, RDA wins. But RDA at 170 is kind of trash.
This number is very enticing. A plus 270, 170, welterweight fight against RDA. Very enticing. Not a layup, but I understand why people are going to take a shot.
Like I said, if it was RDA 155, I'd understand the hesitation, but it's RDA at 155. 170. He's giving up the advantages he has at 155. At 155, he could still be a champion. At 170, we've seen what the killer role of people have done to him in that division.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it's interesting.
So that's nice. Like I said, like you said, face-offs and all those other calculations then will definitely help. But at the moment, just based on history and everything, I think he's the one that he's the whale of the bets.
Listen, I get it. I like where you're thinking. I honestly probably am not going to wager on this. I like the plus 270 is making me think, but I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger. I don't think I'm going to do it. It's going to be a nice plus money fight, even if he just bets straight up. It's going to be beauty. But yeah, I'm afraid.
That's why I'm not even worried.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared of this one over here.
At the heart, now the one that I would really want to, but everything's screaming, don't do it. Elkins.
Oof. Yeah.
That one's killing me. That one kills me. It's like I might put a small bet on it. Just say, okay, I can lose. I'll maybe put like $20 on it. So if he wins, get money. If I don't, I'll put him separate because I'm afraid he would kill my parlay in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Plus 310 Elkins. Can he win this fight? Sure. Will he win this fight? I don't know. This is another one. It's scary, but yeah, that plus money could make you very interested. Elkins is another one. He's a wild card. You don't know what the hell to expect with this dude. 1 minute he looks like hot trash. Next minute he's like the comeback kid.
It's kind of like Emmett, Josh Emmett, kind of, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Emmett's not complete trash, but it's the same kind of mentality of you don't know who you're going to get for that kind of fight.
Yeah, another thing, too, when you got a guy as reckless as Elkins, like that is not afraid to get hit and really put himself in that terrible situation. I hate betting on those fights. I understand Tuivasa might be considered one of those guys, but at least he's got that bomb, that nuclear bomb. Whereas Elkins, I mean, what is that one thing that superpower that he's going to use? It's just basically
his face,
heart. I guess I don't know.
He Homer Simpsons that thing until he.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is it's wild, man. That's a wild one. Yeah, but hey, you hit on that. That's pretty nice. It's pretty juicy.
But no, it's just there's a lot of ones. Guida's another one. So I could be discussing about all those. But no, overall, between these next 3 cards, I mean, this week's gonna be the one that's for all the bets. I think everyone should slow their road down, make easier bets for the next 2. If you're gonna take a chance, this is the one to make you money.
I'm with you. Yeah, I think this is we do have 2 more events going. I do want to I want to go hard on this one. I really do. And maybe it's because we had the week off. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm itching.
I think and I mean, you got a whole month that you're not going to be spending any money on anything anyway. And then it's right after the holidays. You may want that extra Christmas money. I mean, all you need is one of those unders to go over, especially if you go for one that's more than $100 for a plus. I mean, like I said, if you go for even if 2 unders of yours hit, that makes up for not betting on Barberena or any of these bigger ones.
All right.
But it depends on how many you got.
Yeah, it's going to be
All
interesting.
Right, well, that is it. So I will chat at the time I got to get back to work. They're going to probably like, where the hell did he go?
All right, Sanosi. Get out of here. Have a good day, all right?
Peace.
All right, Sanosi calling in from work. Look at that. Who else we got here? Who else got to call in from the job site? Pulse, you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, Pulse. Where are you calling in from?
I'm on the J right now. That's why I'm going to be brief. I'm like Sanosi.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, I just had 2 quick questions.
Yes.
First one, which do you think is more likely to happen? John Jones beats Ngannou or Volkanovski beats Islam?
John Jones versus Ngannou, Volkanovski versus Islam. More likely. Oh my God, that's a great question. Shit, I would have to. All right, I'll tell you what.
I think so.
I'm gonna ponder this one. I'm gonna answer during this stream, but I have to really think about it.
Okay. And then also, as far as Nick Diaz goes, is it fair to say that the highlight of his career is laying down against Anderson?
Yes. Yeah. It's funny because honestly, it's the one thing I remember every time. So yeah, where he does the pose. Yeah. I'm with you. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's all I got, man.
Thank you, Pulse. Appreciate that.
Later.
That's Pulse calling in. Let me think about this. Volk, Islam, John Jones, Ngannou. All right, I'm going to have to say Volk, and the only reason why I'm going to say Volk is just because of John being out for so long. Both guys are moving up. John is the GOAT. But you're moving up heavyweight, like that power. And we've seen Ngannou can wrestle too. Like John Jones has used, if you think about it, I don't want to make a prediction for John Jones versus Ngannou until it's locked. I don't want to make that prediction. I feel like I still have to pick Bones because he is the GOAT. I got to give him the benefit of the doubt. But if you think about path to victory for John Jones, how does he win that fight? It's not like he's an elite striker. John Jones is the type of guy that he mixes it up very well. He can adapt, and sometimes if he has to, he'll use his size and his grappling to make up for, his lack of striking ability. He's a very balanced fighter that is very good with his elbows and knees and high fight IQ, good eye pokes. But there's been such a massive break, I would have to go Volk. I mean, even if it goes to the ground, I don't know if John is... I know he looks big now, but I don't know if he wants to play that game with Francis. So I'll lean... It's a good question. I'll lean towards Volkanovski. It's a good chance they both lose, but... what do we got here? We got the Knitter. Let's call the Knitter. Knitter. We got some calls coming in. Ann, how you doing?
I'm doing just wonderful, Chris.
Nice.
Wonderful,
Ooh,
wonderful.
very quiet. You in a place you're not supposed to be talking? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm in a bedroom, just relaxing. Have my earbuds in.
Oh, okay. Is this like some sort of phone sex conversation we're about to have? I feel like it's going to get romantic.
Sure.
Okay.
No. Come on, Chris, you're so funny.
Okay. Okay.
It's just like the old days, Chris. Remember
That's
the
right.
old days? I put a clip up from the old days.
Yeah,
I was laughing so hard.
I was actually watching. Go into our Discord and check out Best of Moments, and was slipping into the old days. I kind of like it. I go back and watch it. It was a whole different show. We were all crazy and young and full of life. Now we're old and miserable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really older now.
It's okay. But thank you for
It's so
sharing that.
crazy,
I enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm just like, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what are your thoughts on any of the topics today?
Paddy, when he did that, rang the doorbell, the ring, and said that to the lady that his dog took a big old shit.
Yeah.
Sloppy one. Oh, God, that was so funny. That's nice of him, because nobody in my neighborhood gives a crap. They let the dogs shit in our yard,
Mhm.
And so, hey, we take our dogs out to walk. I let them shit in their yard.
Yeah.
So it's pretty bad.
Yeah, Paddy was doing the right thing. He actually had a good heart in that situation.
Yeah. There you go. I thought so. Fights this weekend. Yeah, pull that up so I can see. Sorry.
Thompson versus
I'm on
Holland?
vacation.
Okay.
So.
Damn. Look at you. You're on vacation. You're still getting it in.
Yeah. Well, I've been kind of missing the show because with the family and stuff. So.
Okay.
Decided today do it too, but who is fighting this weekend?
Thompson Holland. Yeah, Thompson Holland
Okay.
is happening. Yes.
Ooh, Thompson. Oh my goodness. I love Wonder Boy, but I don't think he's gonna win.
You going Big Kev?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Oh, and Chris, don't bet on women's MMA.
I know. That's a gamble. That's pretty bad. It is. I'm feeling frisky though.
The women's MMA, you never know. You saw that with Kayla.
Mhm. Yeah.
We were all so sure.
I know it goes against everything I believe in.
Yeah, and it's the year of belts being turned over.
Mhm.
It's like all the champs have lost their belts.
I do like Cortez, and I do like Angela Hill. Can't say the name.
Angela Hill.
Yeah, I do like them in this fight as underdogs. I do like them. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger. I got to watch their face-offs, but I do like them in this fight. It's plus money.
Yeah, Angela Hill. You just never. Man, women's MMA. I mean, they're either boring or they get it done. But it's like if I Tapology or anything, I always miss with them all the time, pretty much. Always get them wrong.
Yeah.
I hate women's MMA. I don't.
I know. I probably shouldn't do it. I might not. I don't know. We'll see.
You will.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna drop about 10 bets on this card.
I know you,
Like
Chris.
I gotta go all in, guns blazing on this card.
You're gonna go all in, just like you said. You're gonna bet.
It's gonna be a good week. This week's gonna be a fire week for unders.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Go for the unders. Hey, what do you
Okay.
got to lose?
Nothing.
Money?
Man. Nothing. That's right, Ann. Nothing here.
Nothing. Okay. Nothing.
All right,
Nothing
Ann.
about
Well,
you.
listen.
Nothing.
I hope you have a fantastic, wonderful, wonderful vacation over there. How long are you gonna be away
Yeah,
for?
I'm gonna play in the snow.
Oh. Okay.
Well, we've been here about a week now, so.
Is there anyone else in the room with you right now?
No, I'm alone on a king size bed all by myself.
Look
and
at you.
in-laws are out in the other room, and Mike is in the kitchen, and
Do they know you're calling into the show?
probably not.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But they probably hear me talking.
They're probably like, who are you talking to right now?
Who are you talking to?
Okay.
Probably think I'm nuts, but hey, they already think that anyway.
All right. Well, listen, get back to your vacation, and I appreciate the call, Ann.
All right, love you, Chris.
All right,
love
we
you,
love you
MMA
too.
Holes.
There we go.
Bye.
Is it?
Wonderful, wonderful.
There's Ann H calling in from the king size bed. What a vacation! I'm jealous. Nice vacation, just lounging around. Let's go. Let's go. Is Ann trying to sissy hypno the chat? I think she was. I think she was. What else we got over here? Who's calling in? Who's calling in into the show? Who's calling in? Who's calling in? Oh boy, we haven't heard from this person in a while. Let's see. I'm so over the snow during the winter. As soon as kids are out, school, I'm out. Yeah. I was so over it, I left New York. All right, we're trying Kevin, well, a.k.a. Johnny Walker. He's not available. Who else we got here? We got 2 joints. 2 joints. Let's get 2 joints on the horn. 2 joints. How you doing, 2 joints? You there?
Chris, brother, how are you doing today, my buddy?
We're doing wonderful, wonderful. How's it going?
Oh, actually not too bad today. Just looking out the window, it's -10 and a little snow blowing, and that's the way she goes. Welcome to Canada, I think. It's wintertime.
The snow is back. Back and ready to roll.
It is. You bet. So just a quick call, Moss. There's too many fights in the next few weeks to dissect a good chunk of them. But what I want to say is it's just kind of cool seeing some of the veterans in there, Moss. I seen Clay Guida, you know, little Robbie Lawler, little RDA. You know what I mean? Like these guys are professionals and they're still kicking around, and Dana still feels it's worth having them around to entertain the fans, and I think it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like those guys are getting pretty close to 40. I mean.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to see him still kicking. Michael Johnson on the card, Guida, RDA, Angela Hill getting up there. Yeah.
Whatever happened to
Thompson.
Whatever happened to Pettis, Moss? Is he still in Bellator, or is he in some other fucking?
Oh, it depends which one you're talking about. Showtime is at PFL doing terrible. You know.
Okay. The older one, I guess. I forgot there was 2 of them. But.
Yeah, Anthony. But Sergio's doing all right.
Right on. Well, that's cool, Moss. Like I said, just a quick call, but I watched a documentary the other day, and I mentioned this to D-Rest, and seeing that you're from the New York area, I wanted to throw this by you. Do you remember a film called Kids back in the day?
Yes.
This guy fucking shot it. Oh, Moss, I seen a documentary on it, and I'm telling you, it is one of the coolest. They just showed little bits and parts of it, but they had a big thing on the director, Harmony Korine, and I'm telling you, man, it was such a cool film. Like if you were from that area, you know, skateboarding downtown New York and all the fucking weird shit that those kids were doing, you could totally relate to it, man. I just thought it was a really well-made film, and like I said, I'm only bringing it up because they shot it in New York, and I mentioned it to D-Rest, and he was kind of shocked that I mentioned it to him because he was quite fond of the film. So I just wondered if you had seen it. And
yeah, I mean, I haven't seen that movie. Actually, I got to make Jesse see that. I Have No Legs. That's what I remember from that movie.
Oh my God. Well, it's pretty hardcore. Like I know I joke around a lot, but these are like kids, and at that time they were super worried about AIDS and oh fuck, they were all, you know what I mean? Just a real different time, a different era. But I just thought it was cool, man. Like I mean, that's the life for some of these kids. Like not only in New York, but maybe Seattle or Chicago, and they're on the streets and they're doing their thing. And it was just kind of a vivid film. So I mean, I just thought I'd throw it your way. But I don't know if
where did you see the documentary? Where was it on?
I seen it on Vice, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's a channel. They do all sorts of weird things, you know, drug cartels and, you know, sports and stuff. But I just thought it was really cool. I don't know if Jesse would like to watch it, though. Hey, it's pretty, you know.
Yeah, I got to show her the movie first, and then I would definitely watch that documentary. There's no doubt about it.
Right on. And as far as, like, the betting and the parlays go, Moss, you give out the best information. I know we had that guy, Ralph, from my bookie on a few weeks ago, but got to stay away from the parlays, man. I mean, I think it would be more fun to channel in a good chunk of cash on one fight instead of picking 4 fights and one of them doesn't go right. You know what I mean? Your information is spot on, Moss. I just thought I'd tell you that.
Well, thank you.
You know?
Appreciate it.
Don't make your fucking picks till Friday. Don't be a dummy and a hero and pick them on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. Wait till Friday.
That's right.
You know, watch the weigh-ins. You know, listen to Moss. Moss, you got excellent information.
Thank you, Two Joints. You're spot on. I agree with everything you're saying.
And by the way, Annie loves my sexy voice, and I just like to say to Annie, "Hey, Annie." Okay, that's it, Moss. Good call. Thanks, man.
Thank you. There's 2 joints coming in. Look at that, 2 joints. Very nice. Very nice. We got the OJs calling in. The MMA Holes live stream. We'll take one more call, and then we will wind it down. Thank you for jumping in. Listen, I understand a lot of people that love to place bets. They probably get mad when I talk about don't do parlays and don't do prop bets. We legit had the odds maker for my bookie come on and agree with what I said. It's a sucker's bet. I'm telling you right now, I understand you want to throw a couple of bucks and you like that thrill of the big hit real quick. I'm telling you right now, you can have a lot of fun betting straight up, having safety net bets. If you break even, you win. You know what I'm saying? If you break even, you win. And if you come up ahead, it's just like Christmas. If you're down, you're not down by as much as if you were playing those parlays and props. Like, I don't know. But maybe if you're betting $1, $5 parlays or whatever, and you want to have some fun, sure, knock yourself out. Me, personally, I just think it's just throwing your money down the toilet. And I want to help you guys out. Honestly, I want to give you the best advice I can give you, because if I was watching a YouTube channel that was discussing making predictions and I want to put my money in a certain direction, I would want to make sure that the host is completely honest and not selling me wolf tickets. And a lot of these YouTube channels out there, guaranteed locks on Monday, on Tuesday, these are my predictions, blah, blah, blah. This is my parlay. You're getting information that's not completely matured until Friday. Get it on Friday. Wait until Friday. And if you want to do the parlays and whatever, you feel confident, have fun with your bets. Be responsible. But wait. Get all the information. That's what we're here to do. We're trying to get you guys all. We want everyone to win money. We don't want anyone to lose over here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Beat the bookie.
Didn't say this during the core cause of the bet talk. Volk and Valentina are the only champs who held titles in the 2010s. I think 2022 was record amount of title reigns ended.
Yeah, it's weird, right? That is weird. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, when the year expires, after the final pay-per-view, we should look at how many people actually had a hold of these belts. How many switcherooskis were there? I mean, Izzy lost his belt. Kamaru lost his belt. That's crazy. Thank you, Sonosi, for the $2 donation. We're going a little longer today. I'm having fun. Being selfish. Hope you guys are having a good time. If you're watching on the replay, say something in the comments section down below. I got to go to the gym. Let's see. Rankings. I think I'm going long because I don't want to go to the gym. I've been slacking. Yeah, so Volkanovski's been strong. You got flyweight. That's been, back and forth. Aljo got a hold of that belt over. I mean, yeah, you got Jan over there, and then the weird controversy in the knee. So I guess you kind of forget about that. Islam Makhachev, that division, ever since Habib left, Oliveira comes in. He's the next Habib. And then, boom, Makhachev comes in and says, no. Now I'm here. Leon Edwards takes out Kamaru Usman, who was the pound-for-pound number one. Izzy loses to Pereira. Now you got Alex on top. Who would have thought? I got to say, before 2020, like 2021's ending, and you hear Alex Pereira is going to be the champ at the end of 2022, I think a lot of people would have said, nah. You say Leon Edwards is going to be the champ. I think even more people would be like, no, not happening. Yuri Prohaska getting the belt over Glover, submitting Glover Teixeira. Unfortunately, getting hurt kind of ruins that whole situation, so that division's a little up for grabs. Ngannou showing his grappling skills, then getting injured. And by the way, something we didn't talk about, Francis Ngannou did something here that, I'll pull up his picture. Did something here I'm like highly against, and luckily it went his way. But Ngannou went in pretty injured to the fact where he needed that surgery and decided to switch his whole game plan up and start grappling to win a fight in order to hold on to his belt. And which is, listen, that's a beast mode by Ngannou, getting that done. Injured, bad knee, the whole deal, and still going in there and winning. But the risk of him losing because of having that bad knee, just like you saw with the TJ Dillashaw situation, you saw with that James Krause and that fighter, I can't remember who it was again, going in with the injury. He went in injured. That's pretty crazy, man, that he got the win, because he could have screwed up a lot of bets as well. But he got the job done. So he stays on still And then you got the girl situation. I mean, it is what it is. Valentina, not a surprise. Nunes getting her belt back, although there was a shocking upset with her. It's been a wild year with champions. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. All right. Thank you for the donation. Let's get the final call, and let's see if Johnny Walker's here. We got the snow coming down. Kayla Harrison's yapping in the window. Ariel is out. Kayla's in. Until we decide to change that again. Kevin from Chicago, you there? Going once?
Yeah, let me fix this. Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
You hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so what's going on?
Nothing much. Long time no here. How we doing?
Hey, we're wonderful, wonderful, man.
Wonderful.
Still trucking? How's it going over there?
Good. What we talking about? Let's talk about this Glover, Ankalaev, Jan Blachowicz situation, because I'm kind of surprised at the people saying Glover, they should have put Glover in there, gave him what he wants, blah, blah, blah. He turned down a title fight. Now, I get it. Glover is, he's everyone's lovable grandpa. He did a lot in the sport, but the show goes on. They need a title fight, and you turn down a title fight? Kind of seems kind of shocking. And I heard Ariel Helwani say, well, why didn't they do Jan Blachowicz versus Glover? Because Ankalaev deserves it. That's why. The dude's like on a 9-fight win streak. He's coming off of back-to-back main event wins. And Ariel Helwani is just going to throw him to the side because, well, it's a bigger fight. I don't give a shit. Ankalaev deserves it. And Glover could have had a title shot against Ankalaev. He turned it down. So now Jan Blachowicz versus Ankalaev. What's the problem?
Well, I mean, I understand why people are upset, and I understand why people think he made the right move. I mean, if you're Glover Teixeira, you did blow a massive opportunity here. You know, like, he may never get another title shot again. He's getting older. If things turn out, if Ankalaev gets a fucking dominating win, he's fighting Prochazka, right? He's not fighting Glover, right? If Prochazka can get his ass back in the cage quick enough, he's fighting Yuri. So Glover might have screwed himself. It's very possible. But at the same time, he did win the belt, and maybe Glover's got to play it safe. Because why go in on short notice against a monster like Ankalaev? Let's be serious here. Ankalaev is very smart. He's very dangerous. He's got good grappling. He's got good striking. He's not a dummy, this guy. And going in short notice against this dude could be devastating for Glover Teixeira's actual shot at getting his belt back. So the risk was higher than the reward. That's why Glover turned it down.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Glover. He knows Ankalaev's a beast, and that's what it is. He saw an easier matchup against Jan Blachowicz, who he already beat. He saw an easier matchup against Jerry, who he was beating until the 5th round. So he thought, I just go take these guys down again and beat them up. And he saw Ankalaev the Dagestan. He's like, no, I don't want no part of that. Then you got all the simp fans coming out here. Oh, no, that's not fair, blah, blah, blah. That's surprising is the fans. And Ariel Helwani defending it because I don't know what his deal is. He always has some weird ulterior motive. He always got some ulterior motive, Helwani, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what it is. Glover comes on the show. I mean, Blachowicz comes on the show a lot. Glover comes on the show, so he favors those guys. It's super transparent what Ariel does. You come on the show a lot, I'm going to be team that person. I'm going to be lobbying for their success and shitting on everyone else.
Yeah, that's what it is. Spot on. Hey, but how about this? I actually enjoyed those PFL fights. I enjoyed that.
It was good. Yeah, I can't. I wanted to complain, but I couldn't. It was good.
It was good. I mean, some people would rather watch a Chase Sherman fight on UFC Fight Night over that.
No, it was good. I can't. Yeah, I think they did a good job. I don't know about a pay-per-view. I feel like I don't know. I feel like they could have showcased that well on ESPN if they got a good feedback from it. Then next year, double down with the pay-per-view, and they kind of dropped the ball. I think a lot of people missed a really good event because of that.
Yeah, but as far as the fights go, can't complain.
Yeah,
a lot of they had some Canada in there. They had some Scotland, Croatia, Sweden. Bunch of pretty cool to see. Anyways, what else is there? We got this weekend. I got to give a shout out to Darren Elkins, Clay Guida, a couple of Midwest wrestlers from my neck of the woods. I saw them training together at Team Alpha Male. They're both grinding, going into their fight night. And this could be the end of it. This could be the last Clay Guida, could be the last Darren Elkins. So if it is, give a shout out to them. Just absolutely studs of humans. Absolutely hammers with legendary careers, tough as nails. So I'll give a shout out to them, and I'll leave you to it, Moss. Have a good one at the gym.
All right, be
Make
good,
sure you
man.
do leg day. Don't skip squats.
All right, get out of here. I'm going to skip those squats. Fuck those squats. Leg days, wear long pants. Thank you, Kevin. It's good to talk to Kevin. Haven't spoken to him in a while. But yeah, this could be it, man. This might be the end of Elkins and the end of Guida. Very, very possible. This could be it. This could be their last hurrahs. We've been seeing the legends leaving this year. It's been pretty rough, seeing legends walk away from the sport. But Frankie Edgar, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who else left? Help me out, who I'm forgetting. But people are taking a leave. We're seeing a swing with different personalities rising up and taking our hearts, and people that stole our hearts from many fights ago now walking away from the game. So yeah, let's go. Let's go. So yeah, Darren Elkins and Clay Guida. Let me know in the chat if you think that is it for those two. Is it gone? But let me talk about this. Kevin brought up PFL, and I'm going to end on this. We did not talk about. I do want to give some props because Dana White was saying, if I am wrong, actually, so Lugnan gets the win, right? What a fight this was. This co-main event was fucking fire. One's in the chat if you actually saw this fight. Lugnan versus Jenkins. Let me know in the chat if you've actually seen this fight over here. Banger, but Lugnan started running away with this thing. 4th round, got the finish. Here's something that Dana White said. Okay. Let's scroll down. After his Contender Series appearance. Now, Dana's caught a couple of L's this year. He's caught a couple of L's.
You took a lot of criticism, obviously, after the last week. I know you were in China, but it was a huge story, the lock-name situation and not giving that contract. I just wonder, did you talk to the matchmakers at all about maybe finding them another spot, or do you, in hindsight, do you regret, making that decision?
No, not at all. I think that everybody knows what I'm looking for here. And while I said that kid is talented and, he's going to, and I also said if I'm wrong, he's a free agent and anybody can pick him up. So
you know who he's talking about? Lognane. The guy that just got the millie.
You took a lot of criticism, obviously, after the last week. I know you were in China, but it was a huge story, the lock-name situation and not giving that contract. I just wonder, did you talk to the matchmakers at all about maybe finding them another spot, or do you...
The guy got a unanimous decision win. Okay, he also fought in the Ultimate Fighter. Bounced around, came back. Contender Series, unanimous decision win. Solid fighter. Conor just gave him a shout-out for the big win in PFL. And Dana, Now, listen, usually he gets it right. This one he got majorly wrong.
In hindsight, do you regret, making that decision?
No, not at all. I think that everybody knows what I'm looking for here. And while I said that kid is talented and, he's going to, and I also said if I'm wrong, he's a free agent and anybody can pick him up. So if anybody thinks I'm wrong, show me. Show me that I'm wrong. And what better position could you be in than a kid, coming off the show, he wins, and people think that I made the wrong choice. So if that's the case, there you go. There's a free one for you. Lock him up, and he's all yours.
Listen, I love Dana. I'm a fan. Dana White leaves the UFC. Like, if he retires and rides off, I'd be upset. I'd be bummed. But sometimes when you're walking around with that confidence, prove me wrong. Dude, this is a massive L. Because Lognane is a guy that would have made some serious noise. They would have had him for cheap in the UFC, right? He's got incredible talent. Now, I don't know if he'll be a champion in the UFC. He probably made the right, probably the best thing that happened to him was to go to PFL because now he's a millionaire. But boy, oh boy, they kind of screwed up on this one.
I'm looking for guys that when you when you show up here, we all know what this show is about. This show isn't about this isn't the Ultimate Fighter and you're going to win, you know, you fight all these times and you win a contract. This isn't a fight night or a pay-per-view.
Now keep in mind this. Dana has signed guys that won, and gals that won unanimous decisions that we are not really household names and kind of fell. Dana signed those guys. And to hear hear him talking this way, oh, what a blunder, man. Oh shit! $100! What? Drop the D-Rest in the chat. He just dropped a $100 donation.
I have dined on honeydew and drank the milk of paradise, my son.
Once again, D-Rest comes in and makes the whole chat dance on an intimate Monday stream. A stream that's usually a rewatchable show for the people that missed it during the day. D-Rest slides in on a Cyber Monday and drops $100. Put the name D-Rest in the chat. I Never Know Studios. Let's go, champ. Let's go. D-Rest, D-Rest, D-Rest. Come on. Hey, D-Rest, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Makes it all worthwhile dropping a fucking beast of a donation like that. $100. Appreciate it. Listen, D-Rest has been around for a minute. He's been around for a minute. The last time that we actually did like an appearance outdoors where we were just walking into, you know, whether it's viewers or, you know, just doing a live stream outside of Madison Square Garden, D-Rest was on the stream doing push-ups on the street. One of the big soldiers of the chat. Maybe a little crazy here and there, but that's what we like. We like a little crazy. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. D-Rest doing his thing. Sonosi doing his thing. B-Man doing his thing. And Glove Touch. Thank you guys from the bottom of my MMA hole.
Wonderful.
Appreciate that. Back to Dana White over here. Appreciate it. Make it all worthwhile.
And stuff like that. I have five fights, and I have to pick somebody who I think can come into the UFC, make a huge impact, break into the top 5, or be a world champion. That's what I'm looking for. And it was a dog fight. Loved that fight. It was a great fight. Both kids put on a good fight. And there's 10 seconds left of the fight, and you're going to shoot. If he fucking wung it out at the end of the 10 seconds, I probably would have picked him.
Wow. This man is a millionaire. He's a millionaire in PFL. He's a millionaire. Dana White made a fucking mistake. Brendan Loughnane is a millionaire. Thank Dana White for not signing him. Yeah, let's go. What if D-Rest is actually the real Andrew Tate? He is the MMA Holes version of Andrew Tate, 100%. He's the guy. Anyway, so what do you guys think about this? Now, for those of you that don't know, Brendan Loughnane, 32 years old, from England. I mean, they love the UK talent, right? They dropped the ball. This guy just won the PFL championship. Imagine him inserted into the mix. Imagine him. So his last loss was to Habibullah in PFL. But I mean, look at this run. You got the ACB loss to Pat Healy in 2017. I mean, damn, man. Solid fighter. Even if he goes to a decision, the dude's fun, man. The guy's crazy. Crazy. I did see Damn Savage say, all right, I was going to end on this, but let's end on, I mean, D-Res just dropped 100. So, I mean, what the hell? We'll end on one more thing here. Cody Garbrandt's tattoo. I did see it. Now, I'm not one to criticize tattoos. I got crazy tattoos all over myself. You know, I got sheep with headphones over here. Wait, over here. You know, I got some weird shit. I got venom on me, and I got some weird ass shit on my tattoo. But they all mean something. And that's all that matters, right? If it means something. Well, Cody Garbrandt got a tattoo. He got himself this new sideburn tattoo. And I got to be honest with you. It's a little ridiculous. Like, I don't care. You do what you do. Whatever makes you happy, right? But Cody's just trying to be sugar. It looks like he dropped a sausage on the side of his face. Okay, so we got to get a little close to this thing. Honestly, this is my first... When I saw this pop up, I honestly just thought it was a joke. I honestly thought this was a meme. Like, I am giving you my God's honest opinion. I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, wait a second, that's not real. Looks like they took a flat sausage and smacked it on the side of his head. Right? Because if you look at it from afar... Or it looks like some mole. He has like some hairy mole that's on the side of his face. Now, of course, when it fades, it's going to, you know, be more, I guess, the color of his hair. Like, you know, it's going to be like his neck where it'll kind of fade in a little bit more. So that is a tiger, I would think. And it looks like a half of a tiger face. So I guess if he grows out his beard, you won't see it. I think that's the purpose of this thing. When he doesn't have his beard all well kept and it's kind of burly, you won't see it. But when he does have his beard, when he doesn't have his beard, you will see it. Is that supposed to be a permanent sideburn? I guess. I don't know the meaning behind this. I have no idea. I'm sure it means something. I mean, if you're going to get it on your face, it's got to be some sort of meaning. So there he is getting it. That must have hurt like a motherfucker, too. But, what do you think in the chat? What are you thinking of this? What's your thoughts? I mean, I'm sure he got lit up. I have nothing against Cody Garbrandt. And like I said, if it makes him happy, so be it. Then I had to look into this tattoo artist. I'm like, you got to really trust an artist if you're going to let him tattoo your face. So let's see. What was the artist over here? So his name is Sarah Tattoo. She got 79K. She does a lot of face tattoos. Like, I'm looking, you know what's weird? Like, I'm looking at her tattoos, and she's like, this looks ridiculous. But you're looking at these. These actually come out pretty legit, like these 3D ones, the butterfly. Like, that looks legit, right? Looking at this one over here. A lot of her peeling off the stencils. That looks all right. You know? Okay. She does small. I guess this is her. Is that her? Okay, she's... Well, I guess a lot of people will be fapping to that later. I mean, she's got talent. Yeah, that looks pretty fucking cool. She's an odd-looking chick. Maybe he did it because he wanted to bang her or something. I don't know. She's... I mean, you look at her other tattoos, and they look pretty tight. Like, that looks pretty clean. That looks pretty wild. Yeah, it looks pretty clean, her tattoos. And then you got this one here. And you're like, what the fuck? It's like he went to a different artist. That is a what? You know, it feels like once that thing heals, and after a couple of years, like, the colors are going to all blend together. It's going to look like a blob of... This is going to look like a blob of just ink just slapped on his face. That is, like, through time, that thing is just not even going to look like a lion anymore. It's going to look like a glob of ink. And how do you... It's not like you can cover that up and fix it. Jeez. So, there's Cody Garbrandt's new tattoo. I hope it makes him happy. It's interesting. That's what I'll say. It's very interesting. Which one's worse? This one or the Masvidal Askren tattoo? Which one do you prefer? It's Cody. He's not smart. It is weird. It's a weird move. Imagine 65-year-old Cody Garbrandt. So, you know, a lot of people say that. Like, I can't really say anything because a lot of people say same shit as me. What are you going to look like when you're 65, 70 years old and you're walking around with this shit on you, right? And I'm like, I'm fucking 75. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what I look like. I'm an old man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a story on me. But yeah, on your face, you got a glob of ink just sitting there. The thing is not going to age well. That's my problem. And if it looked fucking tight right now, I would say, well, at least it used to look good, but it's never going to look right. You know? I don't know. It's weird, man. It's a weird. I'm curious, like, what was the meaning? I guess he's a tiger. He's a Cyborg tiger. It's weird, like, placed. It's a bizarre design because, like, it's half the face, like, cut off, like, weirdly cut off by his cauliflower ear. Is that a tiger ear? That's a bad joke. I would definitely be more fixated on the fact that I made it to 75 in the first place, not one. Yeah, see, that's the thing. If you have tattoos, like when people say, "What is it gonna look like when you get older?" That means nothing because we're all gonna look like shit. We're all gonna look like shit in our 70s. Like, what person in their 70s like, wow, that person's hot? The last thing you're thinking about is tattoos on a 70-year-old. It's the last thing you're thinking about. You know. I'm 614 with the body of a 23-year-old. There's D-Rest. So let me know in the chat down below, the comment section, what do you think about the tattoo? And we spoke about a million topics. We will go about 3 hours today. I don't know. I feel like we've been on forever, but I loved every minute of it. I put up the Christmas tree with you guys. We got Kayla Harrison in the window. Nice of her to stop by. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Thank you guys for sharing our streams. Thank you, D-Rest, with a massive $100 donation. I appreciate it. Let me know. And thank you to our members in the chat, our patrons. Thank you very much, boys and girls, everyone that stopped by. Our donators, thank you, Julian Lane, for coming on the show. We'll be live again on Wednesday. I think Cody Durden's the guy. I don't know if he's the guy that's coming on. But we shall see. If not, I'll get someone else. But we'll have a guest on Wednesday. We have Fuka Friday again, Fuka Friday has been nuts. Saturday, we got a big UFC card. We're going to place a lot of bets. And away we go. I rubbed my eye. It's all red. I'm going to go to the gym at like 6 o'clock. Thank you. He did came on my show. Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate it. Seriously, the best community in the world. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.